with the face who runs the place, T-Roy, the OG on the marquee, J-Bird, and the cat who runs the chat with the stats, Statman Surge. We are Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We're not a Quad City Sports Talk radio show. We're not the Quad City Sports Talk radio show. We are your Quad City Sports Talk radio show. Welcome to the conversation, Quad Cities. But first, the Dawn.
So she watches the show.
She's like, I never watch it. I go, geez, I didn't know it was under a microscope.
Looking at you.
I should have said that. That's what I should have said. Yeah, I saw that.
Oh my god.
I know. All right.
Scary.
It's a beautiful Monday, and everybody in the studio is Katrina and the Waves. That's right, we're walking on sunshine. Welcome to Don't Hassle So Local on AM 1170. Jay, T-Roy, and Sir Bombs a Lot in the house.
Bombs a lot, I like it.
I haven't seen you guys since last month.
Sir Bombs a Lot.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I have to admit this. So last Friday, Cal was in, and I was picking on you.
You were picking on me?
And you weren't here.
Well, that's not nice.
I know, but at least I told you.
Well, I would like to know what you said.
Well, just that I was saying that Cal was you, and I said that his hair did not look as pretty as normal.
Well, that's not picking on me. That's picking on Cal.
Oh, well, kind of.
Yeah, it's all right. You can pick on him anytime you want.
And then I said something along the lines as I introduced the show that you weren't here today, so everything should go smooth. But that's all I did.
That's perfectly.
I was hoping you were listening, is why I said it. So.
Yeah.
Hence, when you got here today and you didn't say anything to me, I knew that you did not know.
No.
So I had to confess.
That's fine. You guys can.
I didn't want it. I don't want anybody out there thinking I did it out of meanness.
I know it's out of love.
Mm-hmm.
You don't tease people that you don't love. I get it.
Mm.
But you can laugh at my expense anytime you want.
Jay, I'll tell you what. It was one hell of a weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, it started so the beginning of the book, and then you bookend it with something.
Okay.
So the book started, Leah.
Yeah.
Friday night with some glasses of wine with my best buddy Bird on the patio. Me and Mookie.
Yeah.
You guys were drinking wine?
Oh yeah.
What kind of wine?
Taken. It's a very good red blend from Napa Valley.
Okay.
Distributed by Johnson Brothers, and it comes from the producers of Trinchero, and it's actually, I believe, some family members of the Trincheros and some family members of another prominent wine family, and I can't remember.
Okay,
the
you've
name.
gone too
I think
far.
it's Phelps, but anyway,
Yeah.
good stuff, man.
I'm losing interest right now.
But yeah,
So you had wine, and then what happened?
So the middle of the book, I got my stereo fixed.
That's important.
Mm-hmm. So I got my new cartridge for my needle cartridge for my turntable. I got the top of the line, everyone, and I have to tell you, it's well worth the money. It makes vinyl records sound like CDs.
I'm in.
So if you need help,
No, I like
you
the
go see my
scratch
boy
sound.
Jeff at Entertainment Expressions. And I'm going to tell you right now, there is not a man in the industry with more knowledge than this dude. And I'll tell you what, Jeff, his enthusiasm alone will sell you on the product. I love this guy. But
So like you can do something to your own. It's just a needle. Like you replace
it's
your
an
needle.
upgraded needle. Yeah.
Okay, I have a turntable. It's my favorite. I listen to vinyl all the time. So I'm
I'm just saying, go talk to my boy Jeff.
all right. We'll give him my number since you like to hand that out.
Well, and then the weekend book ended. I got to go out a little bit last night to celebrate my friend Fruit Bat's birthday. So happy 1 day late birthday to my friend Lindsey Gorney. And got to see Doug Brundy's play with his big undies. Got to see his undies too, matter of
I
fact.
still have a mic stand for him.
Well, they depanced him while he was playing
I
at
believe
11:17. It was kind of funny.
Yeah.
His underwear was on. It was fine.
You went out yesterday?
Went out for a little bit, then came home, grilled up some food, and
Remember his
ended the
bookend?
weekend,
Remember his
Jay.
bookend when he said he was with his best buddy, sipping on some wine?
And then he just totally
Yeah,
fast forwarded
yeah.
past that.
Well, I had fun with my best buddy on Friday,
Yeah.
and then I ended the day last night with a bottle of Taken on the same patio. Unfortunately, my best buddy wasn't there with me, but
No.
He calls everybody his best buddy.
Yes,
doesn't he?
I
he
do.
throws it around.
I did not.
It means nothing.
Yeah, so there was a weekend. Well, it was great,
I mowed my grass.
and hence I'm Katrina and Sunshine,
I did.
Yeah.
or Katrina and the Waves, I should say.
I got work done. Same thing. Nothing too crazy.
You two are
Cleaned up here and
exhausting.
there. Saturday night, I will tell you this. T-Rye,
Yeah.
not one of your favorites, but I tell you what, I watched Hamilton.
I saw that.
Amy told me what you said. I don't need to know anymore.
Are you going to watch it now, Troy?
No, my wife watched it. It was in the background. I don't care to watch it.
Okay.
It's fine.
It's a musical, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do it.
I'm not a musical guy.
I'm not either. I can't do it.
I did love the Book of Mormon. That's about as far as it goes for me.
I saw Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat in 8th grade, and that was the first and last musical I will ever.
And what I can say of what I did hear of Hamilton, the rapping and everything in it was really good.
There's rap.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, but I don't like musicals.
What is it about? What is Hamilton about?
Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to never see that.
But it's musically done to rap. It's really good. I mean, the concept and everything else is fine. I get it.
Okay.
It's the rise and fall of Alexander Hamilton. And,
I'll just read about it. I don't need to sing about it.
I'm not into Cats. I'm not into Rent. I'm not into what are they?
I've never seen
Cat on a Hot Tin
I've
Roof.
never seen Cats. I've never seen Rent.
I mean,
never seen
even as a kid, I thought Grease was a little weird the first time. Why is everybody singing? Nobody walks around and sings in real life. Well, I'm just saying.
Well, let me ask you guys a question.
Me and my friends wouldn't just break into a musical when we were playing basketball.
Well, I break into musicals all the time, so that's not fair. So what song, if you guys could pick a soundtrack for your life, like if you could pick a song to play during the highlights of your life, like a highlight reel, what would the soundtrack be?
Well, I would just take AC/DC's Back in Black album. That'd be
That'd be your soundtrack?
Yeah, the whole album.
Okay.
Foster? It covers all kinds of stuff.
I don't understand. I have to pick a soundtrack? I have to
Yeah,
pick an
soundtrack,
album?
like whatever you want.
I still am confused as it. What do you mean?
You can pick a song. You can pick a whole album. You can pick whatever you want. Like on the highlight reel of your life, like what song is going to play every time you do something successful or you're.
See, I love Fick.
happy.
Fick right here. Another one bites the dust on the T-Ray text thread. That's a good
Why
call.
is it hard?
That's Hazel's favorite song.
Oh, I mean, what do you mean? Why is it hard? I mean,
Mine
it
would
depends
be
on
"Feels Good to Be a Gangster."
That's a good one.
That would be mine.
You're just doing one song. See, I want the whole album. See, if I get AC/DC Back in Black, I get Hell's Bells, I get Back in Black, I get Shoot to Thrill, I get You Shook Me All Night Long, I get Have a Drink on Me.
But every album's got a song that I don't like. So can we pick and choose which?
Rock and Roll Ain't No Noise Pollution.
I mean, there's anything from any. If you compiled all the Rockies together and put a soundtrack, it'd be good.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, I
that
mean,
was
come on.
fun?
You got training montages and everything
So
else.
basically, you just want a whole life of Rocky montage.
I mean, it's a way of life. That's what I'm saying. It's a way of life. That Rocky is a way of life. That's what people all the time. They're like, "Oh, Rambo, that movie was dumb." I'm like, I don't care. I'm not. It's not that I'm a Sylvester Stallone guy or Stop or My Mom Will Shoot was stupid. Rhinestone was terrible. It's not a Sylvester Stallone thing.
Well,
It is a
Rhinestone was all that bad.
Are you saying that
he got
they drew
tricked into
first blood?
doing Rhinestone by Schwarzenegger.
Rhinestone.
No,
It's a-
but
it's a wonderful
Hamilton is
movie.
about, one of the founding fathers, and they do it to a different type of way. Now, the other thing is that you have people with ethnic backgrounds that are playing white people in history, which, by the way, they do it so well, you know the names, but you get lost in that. That's how well they did it. Now, when they have the cabinet, that's where Washington has his cabinet, and they have a rap battle between him and Thomas Jefferson. It's awesome. Like, it's just unbelievable. The writing, how they did that. Like, I was blown away. I will tell you this. At intermission, I was like, huh? There's more? I gotta keep going? It was long, but it takes a while to get used to the type of style of music it is. There's a big R&B influence in hip hop. All right. So at the very beginning, I'm like, what am I missing here? What am I missing? But it was really, really good, and I get the hype behind it. I really do.
There's hype. There's hype behind it.
Oh, I mean, it was one. I mean, it was won Tonys. It's probably not one of the most successful Broadway shows of all time. I don't know if that varies for inflation or whatever else, but the King is great in it. I laughed out loud. They have they break the fourth wall here and there. They talk about some other things, so they do a good job. And that was what they did. But over the weekend also, big announcement out of Iowa City yesterday. Luka Garza, the 2020 National College Basketball Player of the Year by 6 national news outlets, and the Big Ten Player of the Year announced on Sunday that he's returning to the University of Iowa for a senior season. Garza said, "My heart is in Iowa City. I love this place too much to leave it. I love my teammates, coaches, community, fans, and university. It would have been way too hard to close the book without the last chapter. He is one of 5 players since 1975 and the first since 2008 to return to school after being recognized as the Sporting News National Player of the Year. The other 4 players are Tyler Hansborough, Dee Brown, Michael Jordan, and Ralph Sampson.
Pretty good company.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Not too shabby.
That was not on my list of things when I put on ESPN 1170 my open letter to Luka to why to stay. I think that helped. My open letter to him.
Oh, I'm sure it did.
Yeah, I think I added him on Twitter.
Well, him and his dad and I are pretty tight.
Yeah, I know you want to fly the peacock with Frank.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wrote an open letter, and it's the other thing. Like, I knew they made the announcement. I knew it was coming. I knew it was supposed to come early in August that they were going to make the announcement. But I've had that post in my head for 6 weeks, and that just reminds me that I need to stop being coronavirus lazy and just start putting things together that I need to put together.
Was that a new thing, coronavirus lazy?
That's the way I feel. I feel like everything like coronavirus. I'm like, oh, tomorrow is going to be the same thing tomorrow, so I'll just do it tomorrow.
Brickster is going to shut down another, possibly shut down phase something.
He's going back to phase 3.
In the Galesburg area, apparently. That's not far from.
I don't understand. What do
I
you
don't know
mean?
if that affects Rock Island.
Is there a Tyson factory there or something?
I don't know. Amy tried to look up Prickster, by the way, on his height and weight. Mm-hmm. And Wikipedia has that dude listed as 5'9", 190. If that dude's 190, I'm 200.
I'm negative 70. That's ridiculous.
That dude got a head fatter than 5 basketballs.
Oh my God! You know who he looks
Like,
like?
that dude looks like he's eating cheeseburgers when he's talking. I mean, I'm not skinny. Don't everybody know this out there. If you don't know, I'm a fat man. That's fine. But come on now, you're not 190, dog.
Yeah, his pinky is the size of
Maybe
my
you were
thigh.
190 in high school.
He's a big.
Did he not update his
boy.
stats from high school, or what's going on?
I mean, my driver's license says I weigh 120. We know that's not true anymore because of thank you COVID 25. But that is a bold.
So you weigh 145?
Yeah, roughly about 140, 145.
I wouldn't have you a pound over 121.
Well, there 20 of it's in my bra. That's fine.
There you have it.
And
there
there
you go,
you
Jay.
have it.
She's got big lungs, sure.
I do. I can hold my breath forever.
Yeah, I don't know. That dude.
He's,
Shut stuff down.
He's out of line. And
And by the way, I went down the wormhole a little bit and I started looking at Twitter again today just for a
There
touch.
you go.
And you know what I
There
did?
you
And
go.
then I closed it because it disgusts me. Oh, I hate that word.
You're undercover. You just go in like a little
just
little
go
ninja.
in and just look
You
at it.
tiptoe
And then
back
I don't
out
do
without
much.
being noticed.
Man, there's just people in there just really have a lot of opinions.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it, man.
What do you mean?
Good luck with everything.
Pritzker people don't understand, and a lot of people don't research anything. They just take everything as face value on the news and stuff. But Pritzker owns the testing companies in Illinois. He also owns the manufacturing company that manufactures the tests. So he's got a
Does he
lot.
own the cheeseburger company he's eating cheeseburgers from?
Well, he comes from a billionaire family, so he's probably got them flown in from In-N-Out Burger all over the coast. But
Oh, he is a trust fund baby. That was
yes.
on Wikipedia.
and he committed tax evasion. So
Well, get him, Leah.
I'm trying.
You live in that state.
Yeah, not voluntarily.
By the way, I was thinking about that too. I mean, if you wake up, and let's be honest. I give Illinois a hard time a lot.
So do I. I live there. You can. It's
But
fine.
and mostly I give Illinois sports a hard time. The University of to give Huggy Bear a hard time. He's my good friend. But if you think about the state of Illinois in itself, the rich history of that state.
Is-
I mean, the presidents, the things that have come from that state,
Yeah.
and its past and everything,
Yeah.
and to look where it sits currently, right now, is quite possibly one of the crappiest places to live in America.
It is second only to California.
I would say it's not.
You think it's no. California's way worse.
I would say no, because in California, at least you don't have one city that drives the boat, and the
Well-
rest of the boat does not want to go.
But the counties differ. They have the same thing that we do. Like San Francisco, it's okay. You can defecate in the streets. You can shoot
Well,
up in
that's
public.
fine. I mean, I'm not going full comparison, but I'm just
no.
saying right now, you would think, as the governor of that state, you'd wake up every day and be very happy Man, I'm the
But
governor of
they don't
Illinois.
care. They're funneling money into their
And
own
I,
pockets.
and I think I should be proud. This guy cannot be proud of what he looks at every day when he wakes up.
He doesn't care. Illinois has.
Of what
has-
he's done to that state, what he's doing to the people
How
that
about Mayor
live in that
Lightfoot?
state.
What she's done to this state? I mean, it's insane. The mayor of Chicago has done more damage in her 2 years than.
I don't think it's 2 years, honey. I think she hasn't been in office for less
A
than 6
year?
months.
No, it's been more than that.
The election was just last year, so I
I thought
believe
it was 18 months or so.
I don't think she's. Look it up. I think
Yeah.
she took office in January. I
Okay.
could be wrong, but whenever it hasn't been that long.
Regardless, she's the worst. I mean, the corruption laced in the Illinois.
So how do you feel,
government-
though, Lee?
I want out.
Did you watch any baseball yesterday?
No, I'm not gonna.
Well, you know what?
What do you mean you're not gonna?
Well, when
Aaron
we get
Judge
back
was
from this
great.
break, we're going to talk baseball.
I'm definitely not watching.
Do you want to
that.
do you wait before we talk baseball? Do you want to do a little housekeeping on social media? And since we're talking about education,
Oh yeah, Jay. Are we going to do that before we go to break?
let's do our little housekeeping. Let's
What's
check it.
housekeeping mean?
This
Just,
is this is
kind of clean up some things that are going on in the area
This
locally.
is a bit, Leah, we're working on, and Jay.
Yeah.
It's a bit where if you put things out on social media, Jay's going to come up with like a top 5 every day, maybe.
Well, this is really the worst thing that's
Is
going
this
on.
what we talked about?
Yes, but I would
Okay.
like to. If, by the way, Quad Cities, please email me at qchassle@gmail.com every time you see something that is just so preposterous and ridiculous and eye-rolling and WTF on Facebook, so we can make a dumbest things in the Quad Cities on social media.
We're going to call it this week on or this day on Facebook.
The dumbest things on social media about the Quad Cities.
Sorry, let me do it, Jay. Today on Facebook.
This is actually something that happened a while ago.
I love it.
And before I say anything more, the iowastandard.com can be a far right. I don't know if they are or far left. I don't care. But they're the ones that are reporting it about an Iowa teacher who goes on a profane-laced tirade against Kim Reynolds and parents who want to homeschool. This is a Pleasant Valley teacher.
Parents that want to homeschool?
That's the part I came up to later. Yeah. So her thing is against Kim Reynolds and parents who want to homeschool. That's what the one thing where I was reading.
What's the?
I'll tell you.
Right, I can't wait for you.
But this teacher is a social studies teacher, Ann Berger at Pleasant Valley, and
Ann Berger?
Yeah, and a post from made on her account, Annie Bees.
Is it burger like a ham
No.
or with an E?
E.
Birder, like Trump tweets.
No, burger.
Hamburger.
Yeah. So anyway, this is what she posts, and it's been deleted. And apparently her social media has been scrubbed pretty clean since then.
Imagine that.
Yeah. And she just posted, "You effing right to life effers who voted for Kim Reynolds can F off." Only she wrote it the whole thing out. Just okay.
Yeah.
And then she went on to
What
say,
does Evan mean?
Yeah, just
Leah, come on.
yeah. Then she went on to say she is awful. So are you. F Iowa. F you Iowans who still support her. Interesting.
Well,
I wouldn't want to in the screen snap. I also wouldn't want to be the person who like wrote in comments. Yep. All of that. Like I would just see. Watch what you commented on too.
So someone said yep, all of that?
Yeah.
Who said yep, all of that?
The name's Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
go Wendy.
She said, yep. And then she doubles down later. She doesn't have remorse. She doesn't delete. Instead, she comes back. So she just threw her...
Career in jeopardy.
no, let's say she just... let's say she threw... That was her curveball. All right? Now she's come back with the heater. You would think
okay.
you think
so she's going for the strikeout.
Yeah, she's coming, and then she comes back. I'm back, effers.
Uh-oh.
Also, stop saying that you will homeschool. The money per child will not go to public schools. Districts will have to provide an online option. Take that option and stay home. You go for the homeschool option, and the governor and the rest of her repugnants will get what they have been asking in Iowa for years, to completely destroy public schools. Don't you think that is exactly what they are seeking?
I don't remember that at all being part of the plan ever to destroy one of the greatest public school systems in America. That produced me, by the way, Ann. F you.
wow.
Yeah, and then someone writes underneath, yup.
Who is
Then
this?
Era,
Who's
Jane,
the other F?
Her name's Jane. It's arrow up, meaning read this, okay? Who
was it?
Oh, no, then I'm sorry.
Who is the new yep up?
Jane. Her name's Jane.
Jane.
Oh, and then remember I said the fastball, then she comes back again with kind of like a change up, but still
Are we
kind
still
of...
effers?
Yeah. These effers
All right.
thinking that they can do what teachers can, F that. And then in parentheses says, aren't I eloquent today? I have no more Fs to give. And then that's when Jane points up and says, yup. Iowa Betsy DeVos ruining the Michigan public school system.
Oh Lord.
And then she writes, that was it. Then that was the response, was the plus these efforts. So I don't know. She may have a job. I have no idea. But that's the thing. And going on, because we are in election year and I guess competition, and before we get going, that's the one thing that is a concern, and that's what you all should be concerned of, and what's the climate that we're in is when we do go to in-person learning, that we pay attention to what teachers are telling our students, because they are there to make educated citizens, not to create voters the way they want them to be voting.
Exactly. But that's been happening forever.
My favorite out of this, and it was a comment later on, someone shared this, was, I wonder which way she's voting in November.
But you have to understand that this indoctrination has been happening in public school systems forever. I mean,
it really has.
It has.
There's no doubt about that.
I hate it. If I could send Lyric to private school, I would, but I can't because she's in the gifted program. She has to go to this one school. It's the only school that has it. So I don't have a choice unless I want to dumb her down a little bit. You know what I mean? And not have her live up to her potential. But
well, I sure hope Ann's around when Hazel gets to high school.
Yeah.
You know what,
I get $1. It says I
like
can
what
make Ann
Stockton
cry.
said on the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment line. She may need to be eloquent on her resume.
Sounds to me like she's probably not going to be there. I sure like to make her cry, though.
All right, but we do have to take our first break. Want to give you a little bit of a...
I think
Wanna-
he's going to
wanna give you a little-
my eyes closed.
little teaser.
Candy ass famous.
Oh, I know what's
The
coming.
Rock says he's gonna make your Rudy Poo candy ass
Someone just got famous today.
He certainly did.
Yeah, a brand just got famous today for just a cool
The
15
Rock
million.
says he's gonna make your Rudy Poo candy ass
Yeah,
famous.
we need to take a
All
break.
right, here we're going. Quad Cities, we need to remind you about our friends from Locals Love Us. My buddy Chopper driving around in that sharp-looking car. It says Chopper all over it. He is the leader of our friends at Locals Love Us, and they have this nice little guide that's all over the Quad Cities that helps you find what you're looking for when it comes to recommendations on where to eat, where you're going to get a tattoo, or, hey, do you need your oil changed or not? Go to the website also, localsloveus.com, click on Quad Cities, and browse your favorite. It's easy to use, and they even rank the most popular places for you. So please check them out. Those are our friends with Locals Love Us. They're your guide to the best.
You like that? You like that?
Woo! Give me a hell yeah! I said, give me a hell yeah!
Hey, this is Dorf with Dancing with the QC Stars. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
The Checkers Chicken Bites and Fries box is just $3.49, packed with all white meat chicken and our famous Checkers seasoned fries. It's the perfect craveable combo of flavors. Grab a box anytime, from lunch to late night. That's $3.49 for crispy chicken bites and seasoned fries to enjoy wherever you go. On a walk, on a dock, at your workplace, even out in space. When you're on the go, this deal is the way to go. The Chicken Bites and Fries box, only from Checkers, and only $3.49. Get Checkers delivered.
This is the Dan Levitar Show on ESPN Radio.
Do you expect the 78-year-old to throw a strike from 60 feet, 6 inches away tonight? Fauci. 63% of the audience said no. If Anthony Fauci, we should call him Dr. Fauci. Disrespectful. But anyway, if Anthony bounces his first pitch tonight, should that impact his shot at winning awards?
What awards is he winning? He's been doing
Time
nothing.
person of
All
the
he's
year.
been doing is warning us, and we've ignored him. And now we're starting sports again.
71% of the audience said yes. He's throwing out the first pitch, Dan. I mean,
We've ignored his warnings. He's not going to win any awards. We're number one at being the worst. He gave us all the advice and we ignored it. Told us how to do this, and we simply ignored him.
he'd be throwing that thing in front of 60,000 tonight if we listen.
The Dan Levitard Show, 9 till 11 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
From lines of credit in Chicagoland to equipment finance loans in the Quad Cities to better cash flow in Milwaukee. First Midwest Bank is committed to using our local knowledge and ideas to help our clients get their business momentum back. Visit wehaveideas.firstmidwest.com. You have plans, we have ideas. First Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
This is the Dan Levitar Show on ESPN Radio.
I want everybody to think of a number between 1 and 10. 4. Okay, I shouldn't have said it. Now I want everyone to multiply that number by 2. Now I want you to add 6. Now I want you to divide it by 2. Now I want you to take your original number and subtract it from the number that you have right now. The number you currently have in your head is 3. Boom, baby! Whoa!
It is magic. It's not a magic trick.
Magic?
It's mathic. Like, it's not magic. All you did was math there.
We're on the radio, Dan. I can't do magic. I got to do it the way I can do it on the radio.
Can't believe we all picked the same number.
The magic trick is I got the math right.
Well, that was the big upset because I totally thought we were ending this show with you going, wait a minute, my number's 5 because you did the math trick all wrong.
The Dan Levitard Show, 9 till noon on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
New construction and remodel season is here. Hi, it's Mike from Mike's Floor Pro. Looking to replace that dull fiberglass shower with a custom-made tile shower? Wood or waterproof vinyl plank in the kitchen? Or carpet so pet-friendly it can resist a bleach stain? Visit the pros at Mike's Floor Pro. Quality products, quality installation, expert staff. Find out why everyone is taking the short drive to 215 North 2nd Street in Eldridge. Or call us at 563-570-1652 to schedule your free in-home measure and estimate. Mike's Floor Pro.
Ace Muffler Clinic has been serving the Quad Cities area for over 60 years. There's a reason why our customers continue to trust us with their vehicles. We can fix almost anything. We can fix your muffler, tune your brakes, change your oil, change your tires, replace your battery, customize your exhaust, tune your engine, repair your suspension, replace your radiator and your water pump. Align your automobile, refill your transmission fluid, and change your filters. And we believe in doing all those things right the first time. For fast, friendly service, visit Ace Muffler Clinic at 4th Ave and 15th Street in Rock Island.
The clutch, heart-pounding moments we've been waiting for are back. We're talking about the NBA season right here. This is the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Snoop Doggy Dogg's in the house. GJ, I couldn't see the thing. I'm sorry. We're back here. Don't Hassle So Local on AM 1170. Thanks for listening. And if you hear that sound, you know it's time for Baseball Talk with T-Roy. That's right. Yesterday's top performers in the game. Jay, you ready for this?
Yes.
Xander Bogaerts.
Xander.
4 for 4 yesterday, Bird, with 2 dongs. 3 ribbies, 3 runs scored. Double donger for Xander Bogaerts.
It's my favorite.
Another double donger right here just for Leah. Aaron Judge.
Hey.
2 for 4 with 2 homers, 5 ribbies, 2 runs scored.
5 straight games with the home run for Mr. Judge.
Judge.
Here come the Judge.
The Judge is going to be your MVP, Bird, as the Yankees win the World Series. Daniel Murphy from the Colorado Rockies. 4 for 4 as well with a home run. And then for your Chicago White Sox, a couple big performers, Jay. Yasmani Grandal, 3 for 4. And Nick Madrigal, 4 for 5. Those guys tearing it up yesterday. And on the mound, you had Trevor Bauer for the Cincinnati Reds. Another great performance by him. 7 innings pitched with 7 Ks.
Says he wants Manfred's job as the Major League Baseball commissioner.
I think he should take it. I think he could do it. Clayton Kershaw, another good day for him.
Finally.
Yeah, finally gets on the mound. 5 2/3 innings pitched, 6 Ks, so not too bad. As scores go, Bird, the Astros squeak out past the Dodgers 6-5. And then, I'm sorry, it's the Angels 6-5. Yeah. The Dodgers blanked the Diamondbacks 3-0.
That's right.
The Cubbies beat the Pirates
Extra
in 11.
Innings. Baez walk-off.
I called that.
Line drive up the middle. The Colorado Rockies get past my Padres 9-6. The Reds 4-3 over the Tigers. And then on a doubleheader on that, the Reds also 4-0 over the Tigers in 7 innings. Those are both 2 7-inning games.
Yeah, doubleheaders are now, they vote on that 7 innings, so that's we're changing things as it goes along.
Things I didn't know.
Yeah, it just happened. They moved it last week.
The White Sox destroy the Royals 9-2. Jays Twins 3-1 over those hated Cleveland Indians.
Bomba Soda is legit.
The New York Yankees 9-7. Sorry, Xander Bogaerts, didn't have enough to beat the Judge. And then T-Roy's Oakland A's beat the Seattle Mariners. And lastly, the Texas Rangers beat the San Francisco Giants 9-5. Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
Mike
Trout brought a welcomed a new baby boy in the world, so he'll be back with the Angels on Tuesday. But before we went to break, I told you.
Well, you know what, though, Jay?
What's that?
We got some birthdays.
Oh, I got to find birthday music, huh?
You know, yeah. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Happy birthday.
By the way, I'll just go through the standings really quick. The Yankees are ahead of the AL East at 7-1. The Twins 7-2 in the Central. And Houston and the Oakland Athletics both 5-4 in the West. The Marlins are still 2-1 at top of that division, I think. No, Atlanta is. Has to be Atlanta, Jay.
Huh?
It got cut off somehow. Has to be Atlanta at the top of that division somehow, but I can't see what the record is. Got cut off. Sorry, everybody. The Chicago Cubs 7-2 in the Central, and Colorado Rockies 6-2. The Dodgers 7-3 at the top of their division. And then today's birthdays. Are you ready for this, Bird? Born on this day in 1894, everybody's favorite, Harry the Henderson Heilmann, Hall of Famer. Jay.
Yeah.
Harry Heilmann. Born in 76, same year as you, Bird.
Yeah, it's a bicentennial, baby.
Troy Glaus.
Oh,
Remember that
I remember
power
that,
hitting
dude.
third baseman for the Angels?
I do.
All right, in 84, Matthew Joyce turns 36 today. In 83, Mark Reynolds. He'll be 37. In 95, Zach Galen, 25 today. And born in 1997, Luis Roberto.
Happy
23.
43rd birthday to the GOAT, Tom Brady. He was born today. We all know him to be drafted 199th overall in the 6th round of the 2000 NFL Draft. He won 6 Super Bowls in 20 seasons with the Patriots before taking his talents to Tampa Bay.
How old is he?
43 years old.
Okay.
He is now the oldest active QB in the NFL.
Yep.
He's right up your alley there, Leah.
He's too young for me.
Too young for you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Happy birthday.
You're like a little older, huh?
10, yeah.
You never see when Jay's there.
I know.
I know, sorry.
Move your big old head.
Hey, move your butt. You can move right straight across. I'm not there. Hey, go that way. Go that
Me?
way. Yeah.
I don't want to. I'm comfortable right here.
You're so irritating.
I know. You're welcome.
Fine, I'm not talking to her today.
There are 21 games
Quietly.
today. 21 games that are going on in professional sports.
Today. 21.
Today. Like, so we're talking, yeah.
So
NBA
this
is
is
going,
yeah.
NBA's tipping off right now.
This is the peak of our athletic.
Raptors at the Heat. We've got at 3 o'clock Nuggets and Thunder, Pacers and Wizards. 5:30 the Grizzlies and Pelicans. That'll be on ESPN. Spurs 76ers tonight at 7, and also on ESPN Lakers at the Jazz. And then we've got 9 baseball games. Look, there's just things going on all over the place. It's 21 games today.
How do you guys know what to watch on your TV when there's 21 games? Like, you just go back and forth?
I just find baseball games, turn on in the background. And it doesn't like now that Sprint, T-Mobile or whatever, and they've merged, and T-Mobile's got these like Tuesday deal things, and it was like oh, you have free MLB TV, and I was like, sweet, I'll just mirror it to whatever else, and it gets blocked out anyway because I'm a local for Twins. So.
What are they doing for the fans in the stands now? Are they still doing CGI ones? Are they doing cardboard cutouts? What are they doing?
They're doing cardboard cutouts in baseball in some spots, and you can pay to have yourself there. And then if like a home run hits your card or a foul ball hits your cardboard cutout, they mail you the ball, which is very smart.
They mail you the ball. Mail me money instead.
I wonder how much it costs to get a cardboard cutout. Now they're doing the thing you talked about in the NBA, which I thought was interesting. They're kind of in the background,
yeah,
and they're at home in front of their computers. At first, it was weird because like their heads, it just seemed like like when you make fun of the Zoom, like the old person who doesn't know, it keeps leaning forward and they looking in there like,
right.
Is it on? Like, and then
Like
it seems like they brought it back a little bit, so it's in the background so much. But what's interesting is how I bet you, and I need to take a look at. I think I can pull this up, and I will. I want to look at the over-unders because it seems like the over-unders have been hitting. No, that's not true. The overs are 10-9 so far in the NBA. It just seemed like there's not as much defense, and the floor's opening up more, and little things like not having people on the fans on court side to run into or cameramen to run into type of thing. Like,
yeah,
it's really like a pickup type of it feels so. But I guess that's wrong. Yesterday the under went 4-2. Underdogs yesterday in the NBA went 3-2-1 against the spread. There were 3 upsets. San Antonio was +3. Houston at the upset, and Phoenix as well. So that's what happened there. The favorites yesterday in baseball went 10-3. The only upsets were the Orioles or the Rays and the Rockies, Padres, Rangers, Giants. Road teams were 7-6 on Sunday. So kind of look at some of those
baseball
games.
Without fans. Doesn't bother me one bit.
I don't like it.
I think it's great.
But I'm not a fan of change. I like
So you don't change your underwear?
I don't wear any.
Wow.
Interesting. Yesterday,
less laundry.
Justin Thomas won the WGC FedEx St. Jude Invitational. He was in a 4-way tie, pre-tournament favoritism at 12-1. After he was a 6-1 second round choice after Thursday's final round, 18-1 after Friday, and then 8-1 heading to Sunday. So good for him. That's the second time he's won that in the last 3 years. We will later on. And what is it? Can I just, before I look forward to this, what is the schedule for tomorrow? Like, are you guys gonna be here?
I'm gonna be here. I can't be here Wednesday because I have court.
Well, I mean, I never heard from the surgeon today, so I don't know what's going on with the knee. So I assume I'm here tomorrow.
I don't want to guess the winners of the games and then turn around and then, like, it's not until 4 days later and I'm like, I might as well just burn this instead of holding ourselves accountable.
Okay.
I'll be here tomorrow. I will not be here Wednesday because I have court. So.
Oh.
I know.
They still have that?
Yes.
The People's Court?
Don't.
They have it again. They just started like a
This
month
is
ago.
the plaintiff.
Her name, Leah Bomber.
Is Bomber.
I'm the defendant. Just for the record, I'm the defendant. I'm not.
This is the defendant.
No, I'm not the defendant. I'm the other one. What's the other one?
The plaintiff.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I said. This is the plaintiff. People's
Did
Court
I
is
not?
legit. What?
Do I have all the games?
Anyway, yeah, I'm sure. We'll look it up. Yeah, it's just
I got them. Okay.
All right, so we're going to guess?
We'll get to that. We're not going to do it right now.
Oh.
So there's a lot of things going on. Obviously, yesterday, again, that's awesome for Luka Garza that he's coming back. It's great for Iowa fans. He's risking a lot of his future by coming back. He would have been drafted in the NBA draft that's coming up in October. But, again, he's coming back and possibly going to lead a team that should be preseason in the top 10 for the University of Iowa.
Oh.
It's going to be an interesting season, and we keep our fingers crossed that they're going to have basketball. Heck, we're hoping for football.
We're
then we have
hoping
to
for a lot. Yeah, we're just. I don't know.
I think
There
football's
are
more
a lot of
important.
things that have been coming up though recently. All right, and one of them being Pac-12 players. There's a group of Pac-12 football players that are threatening to sit out the upcoming college season. They are lobbying for a change. They have laid out a list of demands that range across a number of areas. Some of them include health and safety precautions. The players are demanding the option to not play football during the pandemic without risk of losing eligibility or their roster spot. They also want to prohibit any COVID-19 agreements that waive liability on the school's behalf. Let's break that down real quick. The players are demanding the option to not play football during the pandemic without losing their eligibility. That seems fair. Right?
Okay.
All right,
Yeah,
so
I
players can play or not play and still be eligible.
NCAA gives them another year.
Okay.
They don't lose a year. Now, the roster spot. For real? Like, aren't we? Is that like just throwing in like the 49ers and the Bears trading before the other one and the 49ers GM just being like, let's just throw this in there and see if it works? Like your roster spot? Hey, my roster spot is secure.
If you don't want to play,
You
you're
give
trying
it
to say
up.
it's secure for the next year?
I guess. Yeah, that's what it said. Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. None of this makes any sense.
Well, that's why we're.
Well,
There's
what
not
if
just one
what
thing.
if you're not a start? You're just saying your spot on the roster.
Okay, maybe that's it. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, instead of like, oh, sorry, we can only have so many. I guess it's keeping their scholarship. So it's not like,
Yeah.
QB1. You were the number two QB. No one can jump you to that. So it's just you're on the roster. Okay, I guess I read way too deep into that. That makes sense. I guess. All right, they want to prohibit any COVID-19 agreements that waive liability on the school's behalf. So the school's going to say like, hey, if you play, you can't come back and say we put you in an unsafe environment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, why not? You got to protect your assets.
So we're okay with that? That
Yeah.
they waive the liability on the school's behalf so that they can come back and get to school later and say, you didn't provide a safe place for me? You didn't sanitize?
If you're scared,
You're
don't
reading
go.
that wrong.
Okay. They also want to avoid any COVID-19 agreements that waive liability on the school's behalf.
No.
I feel like I'm reading it the right way.
Yeah, I don't think they should do that. I think that you people have the choice. It's called America, and it's freedom to choose. If you want to go back to school, you waive all liability. I agree with that.
Jay.
So I don't think they should get rid
I
of
have
it.
to take something real quick.
That's fine. Okay.
Are you waiving all liability, Troy?
Yeah.
I am not.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
I reject.
So then they want protection of all sports. The players are asking that all schools eliminate excessive expenditures, meaning such thing as like lavish facilities and bonuses, and they want to implement pay cuts among commissioners, administrators, and coaches in order to fund and protect other sports. This is an interesting one. They are looking at making sure that sports like when Stanford cut wrestling, they're looking at it as commissioners, athletic directors, coaches, you guys need to take a pay cut to make sure that these can still be funded for the next couple of years instead of just saying, like, we need to cut these down.
I agree with that. I
I think that was very forward-thinking.
think we should do the same thing with politicians.
I think it was very forward-thinking, and I appreciate it, and I applaud them for that.
I do. I like it.
The player. Then there's also racial injustice. The players are requesting a permanent civic engagement task force that will help address outstanding issues such as racial injustice in college sports and in society. Players also want 2% of conference revenue to go toward supporting financial aid for low-income black students and other development programs. Okay? Again, not...
I think they should do that for all low-income students.
Sure. Yeah, I'm with you.
Not just low-income black students, low-income every color students.
And finally, medical coverage and expenses. Players are seeking guaranteed medical expense coverage for those who suffer sports-related medical conditions, including those related to COVID-19. And they want coverage to last 6 years after athletic eligibility ends.
Wait, what?
Okay, players are seeking guaranteed medical expense coverage for those who suffer sports-related medical conditions.
Okay, I agree with that.
Including those related to COVID-19. And they want coverage to last 6 years after athletic eligibility ends. Players also want fair market pay and to be able to make money off the use of their name, image, likeness rights. Yeah. It's an interesting time to do this. It's one of those things that I think players have a lot that they can do here. I believe that they're not going to play? I don't know. I mean, they're saying they might not, but...
If they don't play, do they keep their scholarships?
That's what they're hoping for. That's why they put that in there, though, you know?
Okay.
Also, there's also revenue redistribution that they have in there. The players ask for 50% of each sports revenue to be evenly distributed among athletes. 50% of each sports revenue. I heard that is within their respective sports, though. So it's not like football is going to be given out to tennis. You know, if tennis makes this much money off of, like, you know, like just say Oregon State tennis shirt. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's a monopoly, though, because we all know that football is going to bring in the most.
It does. It's by far.
Absolutely. So it's going to be the same that it is right now.
It's football and then men's basketball, and the rest is in the red.
It's nothing's different. It's the same thing as like the NFL and the NBA, all that stuff. Nothing's going to change. How about they donate it to like the music program so that it can stay alive and share the wealth and make the school as a whole prosper? I don't know. I know people get up in arms about this stuff.
Well, and then the other part about this when it comes to the NCAA, and even though this is now going with the conferences, the Power 5 conferences are the Big Ten, the ACC, the Big 12, SEC, and the Pac-12. And the NCAA, the Board of Governors, is going to vote tomorrow on if they're going to cancel fall championships. And if that happens, it could lead to the Power 5 operating independent of the NCAA. When I say that, I'm telling you that they might stage their own championship in the fall if the NCAA decides to cancel those championships this week. The NCAA does not sponsor or control the FBS, the football. They don't control it, all right? The football championships are managed by the 10 football FBS conferences, ESPN, and the College Football Playoff Committee. So it's like the NCAA can't sit there and say, like, you know, like there's no championship. But they can shut down NCAA. The rest of them they can't.
They're going to fund their own.
Yep.
Championship.
Yes.
I see issues with that already, though. Where's the money going to come from?
According to Dennis Dodd of CBSSports.com, he says there is a basic distrust among key stakeholders in the Power 5 who believe the NCAA just can't handle this situation. Guys, honestly, that feels a lot about a lot of things going on around here.
Nobody's handling anything right now.
Yeah. At the time, it goes on to say, at the time, there wasn't total agreement among the conferences that the NCAA should have canceled all spring championships in March. Sources confirmed to CBS Sports that the Power 5 conferences have the financing necessary to stage those championships on their own. The NCAA, it may not be able to afford them, especially after the fiasco from March. No doubt the NCAA did the right thing by canceling its Division I basketball tournament in the face of the pandemic. However, the association may have been woefully unprepared financially when the tournament was called off, according to the Washington Post. So the next couple days is going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
What they're going to end up doing.
I'm confused. I mean, it's a lot. That's a lot of stuffs.
What is?
And just all that information, I don't know. I mean, and I'm not well versed on it, so I'm going to have to do my own personal research to figure it all out. Well, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. Don't hassle us, we're local here on ESPN 1170. We still haven't even talked about The Rock and what I was giving as a little tease.
The Rock says he's going to make your Rudy.
What's The Rock going to make famous? We'll talk
famous.
about that when we come back, because you guys all know I'm excited about this. I know I've got messages all morning long about this.
All right, let me tell you about Bayside Bistro in the Village of East Davenport, guys. Bayside Bistro is not your ordinary sandwich shop. You won't find deli meat on their menu. They use fresh ingredients, and orders are made to order from scratch. From paninis like the Bayside Poor Boy to the roasted beet and green bean salad, Bayside Bistro has an incredible menu that specializes in deliciousness. And don't forget about their smoothies and fresh juices that they make and their incredible dinner entrees. But don't take our word for it. Go check out their Facebook page and read the over 500 recommendations from guests. Stop by Bayside Bistro today at 1105 Christie Street in the East Village of Davenport.
You like that? You like that? Woo! Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
This is Ella Schmidt, the 106-pounder for Bettendorf, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
Car old? Need it sold? Get rid of that old car and do a good deed at the same time. It's the Arrowhead Ranch Annual Auto Auction coming soon to Coal Valley. That's right, it's back. Donate your car, truck, SUV, or motorcycle, and if you live within 40 miles of Coal Valley, they will even pick it up, even if it doesn't run. All donations are tax deductible. Call 309-799-7044 or visit them online at arrowheadyouth.org. Car old? Need it sold? Arrowhead Ranch Annual Auto Auction. Stay tuned for an auction date in Coal Valley.
See, very intrigued by the Dan Levatar show on ESPN Radio.
Your agent's name is Lou, right?
Yeah, and let's just leave it at that. Lou. I don't even know his last name. I don't want to know his last name. I just call him Lou.
Does your agent look like a Lou?
He looks like a Lou.
Who would be an agent? Mike, what do you imagine? Have you met Stugatz's agent, Lou?
I have not met Lou.
Well, what do you imagine Lou Stugatz's agent looks like?
Old-timey.
An old-timey agent from the old show business community.
Yeah, horseshoe haircut.
Well, yeah, you're pretty close. He definitely looks old-timey, and he looks like a Lou. I mean, but I love that my agent's name is Lou. You know?
Sausage links for fingers.
You imagine him tall, or you imagine him...
No, I imagine him
short,
roughly your height.
Short.
All right, he's tall and slender.
I imagine him frail.
Well, imagine him getting yelled at by me.
The Dan Levatard Show, 9 till 11 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Which stage of life are you in?
I'm shopping for a new house and can't believe I'm a grown-up stage.
How on earth do people afford college stage?
Or
I never have to think about work again stage.
No matter which stage of life you're in, First Midwest Bank has the knowledge and experience to help you. Visit firstmidwest.com/everystage. You have plans, we have ideas. First Midwest Bank, momentum for life. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
If you're craving old-fashioned Mexican food, it's that Nally's flavor that you're after. You've got to go to Nally's Kitchen. Nally's makes everything from scratch daily and has some of the most unique items in the Quad Cities area. Try their homemade guisado, guarches, and gorditas, or enjoy their delicious tacos and burritos. Check out Nally's Express menu and get your food in 15 minutes or less. Order online at nallyskitchen.com and have Nally's delivered to your home or business today. Nally's Kitchen. Old-fashioned Mexican cooking, Rockingham and Division, Davenport.
The COVID-19 pandemic is changing the way businesses across Iowa operate, and Iowans now have many questions about what is the new normal. To help provide answers, tune into a new podcast and webinar series by Iowa State University Extension and Outreach called Back to Business, Iowa. This online tool allows Iowans to hear from specialists and industry experts who provide timely answers and examples of what businesses can do during this pandemic. Back to Business Iowa is sponsored by the Community and Economic Development Unit and the Farm, Food, and Enterprise Development Program with ISU Extension and Outreach, also in partnership with the Iowa Small Business Development Centers. The recordings are available on the Back to Business Iowa website, found at www.extension.iastate.edu/FFED/enterprise-development.
We've all spent a lot of time at home lately. Has the look of your kitchen and bath been wearing on you? Time to complete the home renovation of your dreams. And for this, you need an all-star. You need to call Mike at All-Star Home Services. Check out their past transformations at all-starhomeservices.com with financing available and $500 off your complete kitchen or bath project for a limited time. Call now. All-Star Home Services, 563-299-3786 or visit all-starhomeservices.com.
Join the conversation. Follow ESPN 1170 AM on Facebook and Twitter. The Quad Cities sports leader is ESPN 1170.
All right, everybody, back here in the Hassle Castle, brought to you by Dunright Satellite and Dish, and this is the greatest show on earth. Don't hassle local.
We didn't even talk. We did. Well, we mentioned it, but we didn't get to it.
Get to what?
The Rock says he's going to make your Rudy Poo candy ass famous.
So,
hey, welcome back, Leah.
Hey, thanks. Right.
The Rock and his investor group agreed to buy the XFL for $15 million.
That's bargain basement, Jay.
Yeah. The group includes his business partner, his ex-wife, and
his ex-wife?
Yeah, his ex-wife's in the group.
Who's his ex-wife?
Her name is Dani Garcia.
Mrs.
I don't
Rock.
remember her. That's not his baby mama, is it?
Also, along with Redbird Capital Partners. So they bought this. This was, I think, what was it valued at?
A lot more than that.
Well, it says here that XFL declared Chapter 11 in April. It's been seeking a buyer for the past 3 months, marketing itself as a made-for-TV product that could transition as early as a 2021 to a bubble concept during the coronavirus pandemic. So they don't. There's no thing that they're definitely going to revive the league, but they just did it. So, in a statement, The Rock said the acquisition of the XFL with my talented partners Dani Garcia and Jerry Cardinal is an investment for me that's rooted deeply in two things: my passion for the game and my desire to always take care of the fans. He went on to say, with pride and gratitude for all that I built with my own two hands, I plan to apply these calluses to the XFL and look forward to creating something special for the players, fans, and everyone involved for the love of football.
Well, there you go, Leah.
There it is. There it is, everybody.
You can't complain anymore.
The league averaged 1.9 million television viewers per game and generated nearly $20 million in gross revenues in 2020, according to court filings. It had projected $46 million in gross revenues for the 10-game season. Each data point exceeding internal expectations, according to sources. Hey, it was working. Just a global pandemic. Also want to remind everyone I was 15-5 against the spread in the league.
Unprecedented times.
I can't remember who was my team. In that one, I can't remember now. Was it the Tampa Bay Vipers?
That's one. All right, how many XFL teams can you name?
Hold on. Let me try, Jay. Let me try.
Patriots.
Leah,
no, that's
can I try?
Wasn't it? Yeah, how many XFL teams can you name?
All right, we're good. The Tampa Bay Vipers.
That's one.
The Dallas Renegades.
That's two.
The St. Louis Battlehawks.
That's three.
It was.
Let me know when you need help.
It was the.
I don't remember. The Generals. Wasn't there Generals?
Let me know when you need help.
The New York.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's a New York team. There's a Washington team.
That's
Hold
right.
on. There is a LA team.
There sure is.
And a Arizona or Phoenix team. Is it called Arizona or Phoenix?
I think you're thinking of the AAF.
DC?
Look at this. He's got the Washington.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, we need 2 more, right? There's Seattle. Yep, there's a Seattle.
There was a Seattle?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Seattle was the something
10th team?
Dragons, right?
Yeah, it was the Dragons. Very good.
Yeah, Dragons.
And then what was the 10th team?
Dallas.
I already got
You
Dallas.
got Dallas. But Houston. Houston was the 10th team.
Oh, Houston Renegades.
Did you get
No.
Houston was a team? No,
Yeah.
you sure that wasn't the
Did you
AAF?
get New York?
Huh?
New York?
Yeah.
You already got
All right.
that.
Houston was a...
I know all the team names now. That's what we got there.
You know them?
Yeah, I know all of them.
I have them all right here.
All right, what are they, Leah?
Let me do it.
Okay, go. Let's see how many you remember.
All right, so you got 4. I'll do the right. How many did you had? 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll do the other 4. New York Guardians.
Yep, I remember that now.
Yep.
L.A. Wildcats.
Wow, I should have had that one. That's easy.
Yep.
Houston Roughnecks.
Yep.
And then the Washington Commanders.
I don't have that on here.
What is it?
There are 8 team names, and Washington is not on there. It's the DC Defenders.
Defenders. Where did I get the Commanders? It's the DC Defenders. I think maybe the Commanders were the AAF. Man, I failed.
That's not right.
Yeah, DC Defenders.
You got 99%.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, the DC Defenders. So, who knows what he's gonna do with this, bubble wise or whatnot, or what's gonna happen? But it's just a fun story, and people were tagging me on social media and asking me like,
It didn't last long, did it, guys? Remember how hyped Jay was about the XFL, and then it went real quick.
it lasted 5 weeks. He would have made another 3, and then would have made the playoffs.
Yeah, man. Settle down there.
Unprecedented times, you guys. We're just in unprecedented
Beehive.
times.
All right.
That's the thing I'm trying to
It's
figure
not
out.
a beehive. It's a messy pony.
Why is it that I could put within
It's called lazy.
8 teams there, right? So there's 8, and then there's 32 in the NFL, and I was 15-5. Why can't I put 4 times the amount of work in that I did for figuring out the XFL to the NFL and come up with a great 15-5 type of thing?
Maybe you got lucky.
Oh, did I? I got lucky.
I don't know.
No, I had that down.
You did all right.
Yeah,
You
I
did good. You did a lot better than I would have.
So I don't know what
Goes
I don't know what the
without saying,
future is. The XFL is going to be, and
We don't know what the future of the NFL is going to be, so we can't
that's a good
really
point.
we can't really speculate, can we?
So, talk to my good buddy from the Marine Corps. Lives out east.
Mm-hmm.
Lives in Rhode Island. The base, dude. So stories coming out of Boston and up there on Talk Sports Radio.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Coach Belichick and the Patriots. Listen to what these guys have been up to for the last few years, if you will.
Oh boy.
So the opposing team, when they come to play at Foxborough, always stays at a certain hotel. And they always have them stay in a hotel that's in Rhode Island rather than where they're at. It's easier, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So there's a charter bus service that's the ones that picks them up every time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's the same driver every time.
Uh-huh.
Well, if you ever seen players and coaches when they get on a bus, players always usually go to the rear of the bus. Coaches sit at the front of the bus. They talk scheme, sports, whatever. Belichick, the rumor is, has been paying the driver of that bus to take notes on if anybody's limping as they get on the bus,
Mm-hmm.
and pay attention and listen to anything you might overhear a coach or someone say.
Hold on a second.
So when the bus then arrives to Foxborough,
Mm-hmm.
as the driver drops him off, he quickly parks the bus and then scurries.
I like that.
Scurries over to see Belichick to fill him in with whatever information he might need.
Mm-hmm.
Can we just have
Very interesting, isn't it?
Miss Lippy's car is green.
Oh my gosh. I painted the Doug
Billy,
blue.
yeah, Billy likes to drink milk. All right, so there's all kinds of things going on about the Patriots and Belichick and going on. There was the tight end for the Patriots now is opting out, and now it's being floated around that Belichick is just basically tanking the season
He's a
to
cheater.
get Trevor Lawrence. But
Pumpkin eater.
I mean, come on.
He can't help himself.
Belichick isn't the type that's going to tank a season. It's not guaranteed you're going to at 3-13 or whatever else is going to get you the number 1 overall pick. I don't put it past him to have something like this. You know what I'm saying? But on top of it, why is it? That is a dumb thing if you're just allowing them to book your hotel and your ride.
Well, it's not even that. The NFL does it. So Belichick just figured out.
Okay, the NFL does it. They've got this thing, and he's just like, hey,
He can't
Tommy.
help himself. He can't
Hey,
help
Murph.
himself.
Hey, Murph.
Yeah, let's find out who's driving that bus.
Yeah, hey, Murph. He's like, yeah,
It's the
boss.
same guy. I mean, it only takes a little bit to see. Is that the same guy dropping him off each day? Yeah, it sure is, Coach. I want to talk to that guy.
Yeah.
Hey, how'd you like to make a little money on the side?
It's a good plan.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I do love it.
I can't believe they broke that story though. Like I can't believe out there in the East Coast.
Well, that's the rumor going around. It's a good rumor though.
It is a good rumor. I like that. Let's. What I want to do before we talked a little bit last week. And you and I talked about this, and I'm, again, putting this out there in the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread. And anybody out there also, and you can also call on the 391-3776. Looking forward towards the year, looking towards the NFL year.
Mm-hmm.
You and I talked about what we're going to do about changes towards fantasy football.
Ugh.
What other options are there? Like, if you're in a league, like, I wonder what people are doing, if people are changing things, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know if people are modifying the way that they've done things before, because it's. What do you think about it? I mean, right about now, I mean, we would be
about 2 to 3 weeks
out of a draft.
Out of a draft, yeah.
Yeah, and now, I mean, it's one of those things like this would be the talk. I know Stocking said the other day on the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread that the NFL still planning on doing that 24 hours fantasy stuff, but I mean, they're not even playing all. I mean, they're not playing the normal time frame and everything. Like, I'm just trying to feel like what kind of way that you would do things differently, how we can change it up, because
I mean,
you got your dynasty.
I mean, we're August 1st, so has anybody reported for training camp? I mean, that hasn't even happened yet.
Mm-mm. But I think they had until August 7th to decide whether or not they were going to opt out, and I think the league wants to move it up because they're losing so many players. They didn't expect this many to opt out. So no, I think it's August 7th they have to opt out by, or maybe I'm getting that confused with athletic directors having to decide with state of Iowa. I mean, it's just, again, unprecedented times, but are you looking at things differently? Are you looking at like, hey, maybe we should just get together, do over under, draft like we did before one time? I mean, there's no way this has got to kill the IDP leagues, right? And any individual type of thing. There's no way you would start a keeper or dynasty league in this thing. So it's all back to just auctions or snakes.
And we hate snakes.
I do not like a snake draft. I don't. You can't convince me otherwise, but I'll do it if it's the last thing you have to do. But
I almost say if you have a keeper league, you suspend your keeper league.
Mm-hmm.
You can do an auction league still, but I mean, you just have to have it set and just say, hey, if this thing doesn't pan out, money just goes back.
Yeah, especially if you're doing money wise. That's the other thing we talked about. Okay, so, how do you do that instead of like? I know it's usually like, all right, because commissioners hate to chase money.
Oh God, yeah.
So it's like you got to just give us your $50. That's it, or else you're not drafting. But in this case, can't you just sit there and be like $30 and $20 is due by week 8, and after that your stats I'll just suspend your team if you don't get it right. You can still draft because you got to get a little skin in the game. You can't just say like, yeah, I'll get the $50 if the season lasts.
Well, let's just say, for example, like we did the high stakes league,
that
auction league, and normally, Leah, that's a $200 buy-in.
Okay.
What I would say is this: tell everybody it's a $100 buy-in this time instead of the $200. Still have the auction draft with a $200 budget, but it's a fake 200 technically.
Monopoly money.
And just do that. And then if for whatever reason the things get suspended, but that's the other thing too. You could lose guys to COVID.
Yeah, it's a gamble all the way around.
It's really, man.
It's a mess.
You've got to extend your bench, don't you think?
I think you have to extend the bench a little bit, or
there should be insurance.
In an auction league like that, you can say, okay, if you've lost a player to COVID, then even it could be two guys. Let's say Jay and I lose two good guys to COVID, right?
Okay.
Then the commissioner then needs to decide who is first in the waiver wire to be able to pick someone up. It needs to be, you know what I mean?
You need to have like an
The commissioner
understudy.
needs to come on with a heavier hand to help the teams that are losing players to COVID to be able to pick up players that are on the.
What do you think about an insurance amount of money that you can use to buy a new player if yours goes down?
Well, you don't need that. Then you don't need it if you.
See, well, I'm asking because there's a lot of people that don't understand the dynamic of.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You won't need any extra money if you have it set up so the commissioner decides if you've lost somebody to COVID, you then are automatically first on the waiver wire. If let's say you're the only team that's lost a player to COVID, you're first on the waiver wire to pick up someone to replace them.
Okay.
And then you can move that player also to an IR spot on your roster, and that IR spots can be unlimited. You can have unlimited IR spots.
So that's a form of insurance.
But the commissioner is going to have to be way more involved and way more into moving things around.
It's all confusing to me.
It's not that hard.
I mean, it's not hard, but if you've never done it before, it's a little bit like what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you haven't, but anybody out there that's played knows what I'm talking about.
Sure. I'm not one of them. I'm just asking questions. I'm trying to learn here.
You're trying to learn?
Trying to learn.
Okay.
Thank you.
I like your Warbies.
My what?
Your glasses.
You like them? My tortoise shell.
What I would like to do is I would like to look at different type of things and gauge our interest on different alternate types of fantasy leagues. All right. So I want to take a break, and then when we come back, I want to give you some.
You have to have not as deep of a starting lineup too.
I want to give you some options, and I want to gauge your interest in different types of fantasy leagues outside of the ones that we have already mentioned. And then after we do that, then let's pick our winners for Monday for the Major League Baseball, and let's definitely come back tomorrow and check and see how we did.
All right, Quad City Pizza Lovers, Vans Pizza and More is now open near the Plex at the corners of Middle and Forest Grove Roads in Bettendorf. They have that outstanding Vans Pizza that you love with all these great specials going on. They have $5 cheeseburger basket, a $7 double cheeseburger basket, $5 for a personal pizza, $7 for a personal specialty, and $9 for any medium or $12 for any large. They are open 11 to 9 daily with delivery to all of Bettendorf and LeClaire. All you need to do is call 563-232-1396, and they'll have that pizza hot and ready to pick up or deliver, like I said. Once again, that's Vans Pizza and More, 5023 Competition Drive in Bettendorf.
You like that? You like that? Woo! Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
This is Adam Rosso from Hawkeye Headquarters, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
On August 22nd, dozens of people will be rappelling from the Hotel Blackhawk in support of Big Brothers Big Sisters at their Over the Edge event. This year, you can form a team to help you raise needed funds. Your coworkers, a golf foursome, your book club, or just a crowd you go to happy hour with. Why not form a family team and celebrate a life event like graduation, a key birthday, or anniversary? To find out more about forming an Over the Edge team, go to overtheedgeqc.org.
If you're talking, they will hear you every single time.
Oh, we're getting killed.
Yeah, well, Kyle's not here.
How come?
Kicked off the team. Didn't Tim tell you? Kyle and some other kids got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah. Zero tolerance. He's out for the season.
Come on, it's a first offense, right?
That we know of. But why should that matter? He knew not to drink. I've made it clear to Matt that's what we expect from him. What have you said to Tim?
Nothing really. You know, a lot of kids try it at this age, so...
Yeah, well, a lot of kids don't try it too. I'm not saying that Matt's gonna be this perfect kid, but if I don't tell him what we expect and why he shouldn't drink, how's he gonna know?
You think kids that age really listen?
They never admit it, Bill, but they hear more than you think.
Talk. They hear you. For more information about talking with kids about underage drinking, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Introducing First Midwest Bank's newest branch. your home. With our online banking and mobile app, it's easier than ever to make a deposit from the dining room, pay bills from the patio, or get alerts in the loft. The convenience of First Midwest Bank, right from your own home. Visit firstmidwest.com/convenient to get started today. First Midwest Bank, momentum for life. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Come on, time for bed.
But we're talking here. I'm not ready for bed.
Can't be helped. We're busy tonight. Let's go.
Being in long-term care doesn't mean you can't make your own decisions. Iowa's long-term care ombudsman provides free, confidential services to protect your health, safety, and rights. Visit our website or call 866-236-1430. That's 866-236-1430.
In the Army National Guard, family means everything.
They really appreciate what she's done as a sister as well as a soldier and, supporting their country.
Our parents, they were really supportive that all 5 of us would join.
Family members that are soldiers in the Army National Guard inspire and influence, setting a path for others.
It's validating knowing that, I kind of did my part to make sure this is what they actually wanted and that they feel the same way I do. I'm really proud that we get to help shape the future, and I know that my sisters are going to be amazing soldiers.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard instills pride that you and your family will share in.
A lot of pride, and they're just out there doing something every day and then serving their country as well.
I got my education because of the Guard. I got to travel a little bit and experience a whole different culture.
Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Iowa Army National Guard. Aired by the Iowa Broadcasters Association and this station.
You're right on par in your golf car.
M&M Golf Cars, your authorized club car dealer, invites you to check out the new Onward by Club Car. Onward's all-new accessories personalize nearly every detail to fit your lifestyle. Customize yours at mmgolfcars.com. 0% financing for 24 months through the end of the month. M&M Golf Cars at Endorse.
In your M&M golf car, M&M Golf Cars.
From the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studios, this is the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM, KBOB Davenport.
Everybody, we're back. Run, Forrest, run into the Hassle Castle. Brought to you by Dunright Satellite Dish. Jay, catch your breath. Whew. All right, little buddy. Glad everybody out there is joining us today. It is a cool day in the Quad Cities for an August 3rd, man. Woke up to 62 and nipply, Lee. I walked out with my shirt off.
Right. Me too.
Gave him a little rub,
Same. Same. And then I turned my air off and I opened every window in the house, and it was amazing.
I should have.
You didn't do that?
No.
I'll save you like $20 on your bill next month.
I'm sure it's just not going to run today just because it's so cold out.
I love it. I was like, it's October.
Rolling around with the windows down.
Felt like October.
I like the back window of the 4Runner, how it goes all the way down.
Yeah.
I love that.
I was going to ask you I'll ask you about it when we're off air, but
okay.
I want to get something else other than I'm sick of my Cherokee. I want something else.
I'll tell you what, my buddy TJ Deere.
Yeah.
Down at Muscatine Toyota.
Yeah. I was looking at the Tundra.
I'm telling you, man.
I think I want a truck again. I had a truck. My first vehicle was a truck. So
I love the 4Runner. You can't go wrong with the 4Runner, kid.
Yeah, I do like 4Runners. I do. I'm
but yeah, whatever. I'll tell you.
And I had the Jeep, the Wrangler.
Well, you know I love my Jeep.
I love mine too, but I have a bad back, so like there's very little shock absorption there, so it's a rough ride.
You'd be surprised on how they ride these days. You need to get my new one.
Mine was a 2018.
I'll get you mine, girl.
Let me drive yours.
There's no bouncy in mine.
I don't like the bouncy.
No.
And I took it on a road trip and I was so uncomfortable.
Smooth. And then and I'll tell you what, if you're looking for that, I have to direct you to my buddy at Ron's Toy Box. Help you out.
Okay.
My buddy Jason there.
Let's do it.
Good dude.
Let's do it.
Ron.
Let's go. Just drive around and test drive stuff.
All right. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, Jay, we got our weekend planned.
Awesome. All right. I was talking to you guys about fantasy football. T-Roy, I want to kick around some alternative fantasy football league ideas.
Okay.
You tell me what you think of them. Some of them I'm on board. Some I'm like, okay. And this is, and there's other things that we can do outside of there. Let's just say from the beginning, we've been now trumpeting this for 2 years at least. without a doubt, I do not like a snake draft. I like auction. I say get out of the archaic snake draft. So, Bomber,
Yes.
snake draft, and we've done drafts before here where you have to wait your turn. If you're on what they call the hinge, like let's say if there's 12 teams in a league, in snake draft 12, you get the 12 and 13th pick, and it goes around like that, hence
Yeah.
the snake. Where at auction, you have a budget.
Right.
And you can bid however much you want
Right.
for any player. You can make your own team. That's the thing I hate. I hate I was going to pick him. Like with an auction, you get to do your own team. You have to do your budget. And there are different ways of changing it. And, like we have a league in our high stakes. One of the things, and we took this from Cousin Sal's league, was we knew we had enough friends, people that were interested in being something like an auction, something new. And the winner of this league every year kicks out a member of the league. But so that we have someone waiting to come in. So let's say you're like, I want to get in this auction league. You're brand new, right?
I'm brand new.
And we have 10 people in our league, 10 or 12. It doesn't matter. You prepare for this draft. You show up to the draft.
Okay.
The winner says, all right, this is who I'm kicking out. And then you're out. All the prep that you did, everything else. Obviously, you save $200, and then you take their seat. It's brutal.
That is so mean.
It is not. It is not. It is very, very.
Have people
uncomfortable.
lost friendships over this?
No, I threw Dave Scarn out.
Oh my god! Do you
So
guys
then,
conspire?
and then Little Driller threw out Nick. Who won the league last year?
That I don't know.
Now, do you kick out the people that are the biggest threat? And
I
then
think
you
Driller did.
You can
Driller
do
win it?
I think so. You can take out people who got second. You can do it however you want. You can. Well, our first 2 or 3 years, I was really, really so.
Were you nervous?
No, I would spend my Mondays walking to pick up the kids from
Pacing?
school. No, writing really, really mean texts, and calling people out. And
I don't know if I like this side of you guys. This is
and then
brought out
in October came, it was anti-bullying month, so I just would tell everybody how great I thought their teams were and call them out, and then everyone's like, we basically being passive aggressive. So yeah,
I don't know how I feel about this.
so that was the thing where I was like, you need me around, you guys won't kick me out, blah blah blah. But then it kind of
It's
dies
politics,
down.
baby.
Well, I won the league twice.
I bet you did.
But I couldn't throw the one time I couldn't throw somebody out. We started calling it the New Casey League.
Oh yeah, it's scary. It's so these are things I'm saying. Explore if you're especially this year, because if baseball can change the rules as they go, NBA, NFL, everything else, so can you. And explore it, because right now you're going to. And if you're a commissioner out there, or you're close with your commissioner, there's going to be people out there that are like, I don't know if I can afford $30 to do this, or is there going to be a league? Find new ways to make it fun and entertaining. It just doesn't have to be the usual someone gets a trophy and then money gets split up here, and it also will add a little bit to if you're the commissioner, excitement to your league and towards yourself, because basically that's what a commissioner is. Picks a date, make sure everything's fine in the Constitution, the rules are all the same, and then they have to chase money, and that's the worst.
I'm already stressed out and I'm not even involved.
But I'm going to give you some alternative fantasy football league ideas. All right. The first one is a 2-quarterback league. This is meant to offset the importance of running backs and make the quarterback position be more shallow than you're used to. The quarterback is the only position that affects every other player on the NFL team, and they rack up stats specific to their position. So it means to make them more important, but also the depth at the position, it makes it tough to do so. Every fantasy team starts 2 quarterbacks every week.
And they'd switch, or
No, you draft it no matter what.
Okay.
So you would start 2. Okay. I've seen this before. I don't know if it's called Draft Master, but according to this site, we'll just go. This is liveabout.com. This is called a Draft Master League. Now, a friend of the show, Matt Bowie, he's done this before. This is a league that you draft and then you just leave it there. So basically, your team is made of players that you draft, and you're never able to adjust your roster. So you make the draft like you normally would. There's a bench and everything, but the website just takes the best results out of everyone on your team for that week. And so basically you draft and you never touch anything again.
You're stuck with them.
Yeah. So
What's this one called?
This is called the Draft Master League. You can find this at myfantasyleague.com. I forgot what he called it. I'd have to reach out to Bowie. But this is one of the things that you can do. These are the type of, a lot of these like to get involved in June and July during a normal season and just kind of see where people are drafting. And then they'll put $10 out there. If they win, they win. They never have to touch it again.
Okay.
The league. So Basically, you're drafting your entire roster, same thing with bench, but the ones who actually perform, instead of, Sunday afternoon being like, oh my God, I left him on my bench.
Your optimal lineup no matter what.
Yep,
It's like hold them. You can't exchange. You can't get rid of them.
I like that idea for this year.
Yeah, it makes more sense.
I like that one.
So that way you're just, and so what you do is you eliminate the roster spot for a kicker and a defense.
Mm-hmm.
And that way you quarterback, 2 running backs, tight end, 2 wide receivers. And then you can do a flex if you wanted. Okay. And that way then the computer then will just automatically fill that with whatever the best possible is every week. And that's how you do it this year only, because of the fact we don't know who's going to play, who's not going to play. That puts emphasis on a backup quarterback, backup tight end.
I call them quarterbacks.
And then having depth at running back and wide receiver.
See, now I appreciate what Kyle is saying on the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread, and I appreciate anyone that's leaving it out there because I'm asking for ideas. I do like this. I like if you're doing a snake, round 5 is called the running back round, okay? Hear me out. It doesn't matter what round it is, but I'm just taking his idea and trying to modify it here. No one is allowed to draft a running back until a specific round. You with me so far?
Yep.
During that round, when you draft that running back, you automatically get the handcuff with him. It's a bonus round in the middle of the draft.
Okay.
I like that.
So if you draft Zeke Elliott, you automatically get, think of the kid, the rookie from last year. I can't think.
I think you would have to redraw in the middle, like your break point in between the snake.
Yeah.
You have because you'd have to redraft because the snake doesn't work. You redraft.
How about in a snake draft? You do 15 rounds, but every 5 rounds you redraw the snake.
Ooh, I like that too. Yeah.
So rounds 1 through 5 goes in one order.
Yeah.
5 through 10 another, and 11 through 15 the other.
I like that redraft. Yeah. Okay. This one is interesting. This is called the Bizarro Fantasy Football.
Bizarro Huggy?
Yep. These are things like you can do with like 6 or 8 owners. Doesn't have to be as deep or anything, but basically you do 1 QB, 2 running backs. You don't need to write this down. 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, a kicker, defense. But the scoring is opposite of real fantasy. You reward bad players. Meaning you give points for carries, but deduct points for yards and touchdowns.
I don't like that one.
Yeah. Low yards per carry, running backs are the best. Reward these stats too. Deductions for touchdowns.
So
or 300 games. Points? Yeah. Dropped passes, you get points for. Fumbles, interceptions, incompletions thrown. These are all just interesting things you can do.
Yeah.
Obviously, Leah's not impressed.
Obviously, the fun ones are good that you do. Bomber, I suggest you look into this anytime we talk about it. Survivor leagues are good.
Survivor leagues.
That's where you just pick a team every week and
Lee,
see how far you can go.
Will you sing Survivor for me quick?
Survivor? I don't know it. Are you talking about Beyonce?
Yeah.
No.
Wow.
Not a fan of
Can
the
you sing
Illuminati.
a Survivor song like High on You?
How about that? How about Eye of the Tiger?
No. I haven't warmed up. You're putting me on the spot.
What are you, Will Ferrell?
Now, another thing that you can do, you can do a hybrid of auction draft. You can do a 5-round auction until 60 players have been nominated, and then do a draft after that. Do you know what that sounds like? The biggest headache in the world.
Yeah,
it really truly does. Because what if someone's bringing up a kicker and they're just a burn player, or when you finally get to the draft, someone goes, "Is such and such been taken?" Like, yeah, they went for $5. Like they were the 3rd one nominated. Be like, I'm sorry. Like that sounds like a big headache.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
No.
I like voting people off the island though, like where you're just like, I'm gonna kick you off.
You like that?
That's my favorite. We can all conspire together and get rid of Jay.
No.
You guys, you know what? This is why I'm never joining with you guys, because I'd be the first one to go.
I'll just pick on you. I wouldn't throw you off. Wouldn't have anybody to pick on.
Exactly. We've done this before, and this is one I highly suggest. It's drafting the most wins. And there is a formula, and I should probably put something together.
Yeah, we did that. Most wins per team.
Yeah, most wins per team. Yeah. I like that. And this is what I suggest for this type of thing. And I've said this before, but we have new listeners, old listeners, whatever else. I think you should have this at the end of, if you don't have a keeper league, if you have just a snake draft, it's called a redraft. Mm-hmm. Like you do the most wins thing, and that's how you do your draft order, not how crappy of a team you put together. You shouldn't be rewarded by getting last. I think you should do this, and Pearson gets first. That's your draft order. But that's
No participation trophies.
This is another one I like. 1 versus 11.
Okay.
All right, talk to me.
Every week, rather than face just one team, you face all 11 teams. So after week 1, you could be 11-0 or 0-11 or anything in between. What it does, it stops all the times that teams have a great week, only end up facing the highest scoring team that week. The playoffs would remain standard, however. I like that. I like that how you compare to everybody else.
So it doesn't have to be like that. Could be 1 versus 9, basically.
Yeah, or 1 versus 9. Yeah.
So it's your stats versus every other team's stats.
Yeah, and then it shows like what your record would be. So when you go to NFL.com and they go extended analytics for your team or the record, it would show like how you would be against everybody else.
Okay,
how,
I like
it,
that.
It gives your like true GM
Your
type of thing.
statistical placement.
Yes.
If you will. I like that.
And there's also the idea of this: every week doubleheaders. So you're playing 2 teams. It's the same idea as 1 versus 11, but only you're just playing 2, and then it just kind of helps those big games but bad schedules. I mean, you're still, and the only thing about that is, I think sometimes do you set your lineup like compared to who you're playing? Like I don't think I ever look at the other lineup and I'm like, oh, I have to do this. I think you just set the team up most optimal
I always
team.
play the best possible team I can put out there. I mean, if you're in there's times you're going to come across. Let's say if you have, Michael Thomas and he has Drew Brees. I mean, that'll happen. But you consider that you're partially negating each other out in that, so you're fine. Or you hope that, as both teams would hope, unless or whatever. If you have Michael Thomas, I guess you should say, you're hoping that Drew Brees throws all his touchdowns to Michael Thomas and not anybody else. So,
is there anything out there that you like scoring wise? Because I know when PPR first came out, that was like, whoa, and now PPR is pretty standard. Is there any other scoring out there that you would ever think about changing to your constitution?
Like half-point completion.
Okay.
That way, if you have a quarterback that throws, 40 completions in the game, you can do a half point for that. Get you extra 20 points there.
What about kickers?
Kickers suck.
Keep them or get rid of them?
Get rid of them. I've been in too many leagues where kickers end up costing you points when they miss a field goal. And it'll be a situation where it's the end of a half, for example, and they're attempting a 56-yarder and their longest ever is a 56, and they miss it, and you lose that point.
Right.
Kickers
so they're just a liability versus any kind of.
Yeah.
There's no gains. No gains. I gotcha.
In fantasy, they're a liability.
Right.
They don't. It doesn't serve much of a
purpose. I gotcha.
Purpose. I mean, they kick the ball off. I mean, they don't score. You don't get a point for, let's say, in the game of football itself, you want a kicker that can put it in the end zone and create a bunch of touchbacks.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, you don't get any points for touchbacks.
Right. Okay.
You don't get, and you don't get negative points against you if somebody returns a kick on your kicker either. But, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the fantasy realm, the kicker really serves no purpose whatsoever.
Only to screw you over, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty much.
I gotcha.
I mean, yeah. Oh, he kicks a field goal. Okay, you get them 3 points, but still, the extra points are still pretty much gimme shots for these guys.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they moved it back.
They moved it back a little bit. It's still a gimme shot.
Well, I can tell you this: we continued our streak for our fantasy baseball league. We've been doing it now 20 years, and it just doesn't still feel the same. We did a snake instead of an auction. I don't know. We weren't in person when we did it. There's not a lot of activity.
Unprecedented times.
There's not a lot of activity going on. I sent out a trade. I didn't get an answer.
Oh, my God, Jay.
You guys got to Zoom. You got to get on that Zoom.
Jay doesn't like it when you don't answer his trade
request. I do not like that at all.
I'm going to tell you right now, he loves kicking tires.
Yeah,
I like slashing tires, so we have that.
Whoa, Leah.
What?
That's why she has to go to court on Wednesday.
Yeah. Yes, we know who the criminal of the group is.
Well, we already knew that.
Did we?
Never slashed a tire in my life. It's not worth it.
All right, let's take our break. When we come back, let's make
never.
our picks, our MLB picks
I
for
don't
the
have
day.
one, so you guys go.
What do you mean?
You want me to do this one?
No, he'll do one.
What do you got?
Tim Hernandez.
Do Tim Hernandez.
All right. Tim Hernandez wants you to focus on new and fun ways to get fit for yourself and your family. ID Life wants you to be healthier, have more energy, get better sleep, and achieve more focus. ID Life is a health and wellness company that is revolutionizing the industry with customized nutrition. The ID Life name stands for Individually Designed Life and was founded on the principle that no two people are alike. So everyone has unique nutritional needs. Tim Hernandez is your guide in the Quad Cities to offer you personalized guidance that is tailored specifically to your health factors and personal goals. Do you have health problems that may be holding you back? I think we all do, especially during this quarantine. The doctors and scientists develop what nutrients you should be taking and what supplements will benefit you the most. Go to qchealth.idlife.com to sign up for an unconditional, no questions asked, 30-day money-back guarantee. Call Tim Hernandez today at 563-508-7221 so that he can show you that what makes ID Life different is you.
You like that? You like that? Woo! Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
This is Coach A.C. Earl. Don't hassle us, we're local.
From lines of credit in Chicagoland to equipment finance loans in the Quad Cities to better cash flow in Milwaukee, First Midwest Bank is committed to using our local knowledge and ideas to help our clients get their business momentum back. Visit wehaveideas.firstmidwest.com. You have plans, we have ideas. First Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
Being in the Army National Guard is about more than just serving your country. It's about being there for your community when your neighbors need you most. The Army National Guard makes college affordable. Serving part-time lets you attend school full-time while you take advantage of education benefits that can help you graduate debt-free. If a civilian career is your goal, serving part-time allows you to work at a full-time job. The skills, qualities, and contacts you'll develop in the Guard can open doors to a great civilian career. Want to serve but worried about being away from friends and family? Part-time service in the Army National Guard allows you to serve close to home. Serving in the Army National Guard lets you have the life you want while you enjoy the many benefits of serving your community and nation. You owe it to yourself to learn more about how the Army National Guard can fit into your life. Visit nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Iowa Army National Guard. Aired by the Iowa Broadcasters Association and this station.
Baseball is back. Catch every pitch, every double play, and every home run at Circle Tap in Davenport. Catch every game on one of their 16 flat-screen TVs or socially distance on their screened-in patio. Get $1 domestic drafts during every Cubs and Cardinals games and take advantage of their daily food and drink specials. Plus, pick up $5 box lunches with a pulled pork sandwich, chips, and slaw. Plus, buy 15 lunches, get 5 free. Enjoy great food, great drinks, and great friends. All baseball season long at the Circle Tap, West Locust Street, Davenport.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service also allows me to be there for my community in ways others can't. I help my hometown recover after nature strikes. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my country and those I care about safe from threats. I also work with a network of professionals that help me succeed. Also, the Army National Guard's education benefits make getting a higher education a reality. Being an Army National Guard soldier makes living and serving in my community more rewarding every day. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Iowa Army National Guard. Aired by the Iowa Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hit a home run on your next new or used car purchase at Sexton Ford. With a huge selection of new Ford cars and trucks, you'll feel like you've entered your personal field of dreams. You'll be treated like an all-star from sales to service, auto body to parts. Sexton also has a major league selection of pre-owned vehicles. Why wait? The game's on at Sexton Ford in Moline.
Oh yeah, Sexton Ford is the talk of the town.
We take you back to 1954.
I'm looking for a revolutionary sound.
Plug, 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 plug. Your toilet's plugged, plugged, plugged.
That's not it.
Well, since my baby left me, my party's been all plugged up.
Next.
Call Roto-Rooter.
that's the name. And the Wingo troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter. That's it!
Roto-Rooter has been locally owned for over 60 years and is the trusted expert. Call the original Roto-Rooter for free estimates and fast 24-hour service.
Roto-Rooter.
Your station for Cyclone basketball. The Quad Cities sports leader. ESPN 1170.
We're still trying to walk on sunshine, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Katrina and the Jays are falling
Let's
off.
talk about Paul at Just Doors QC.
My boy Paulie.
Yeah.
Winter, summer, spring, or fall.
Paulie D.
Call Paul.
Yeah, locally owned. Just Doors QC specializes in interior and exterior work like doors, trims, baseboards, crown molding, and so much more. Also like front door, which adds your curb appeal. Just give them a call. Whether you need to replace that front door or closet door, Just Doors is the right call. Get a hold of Paul at 309-657-8541 to get started to help you change your home into your dream home. Paul brings an air of professionalism to every opportunity he's offered, big and small, and will treat your home as if it were his own. Go to their Facebook page, and I actually shared that earlier, so when you're on our Facebook page, you'll get to see some of the before and after photos of Just Doors QC. And you can also read the numerous reviews they have there. And while you're there, don't forget to like and follow their page. Start improving your living area by calling Paul today at 309-657-8541. That's Paul at Just Doors QC.
You okay over there, Troy?
Yeah.
And then,
Does enough?
What? No, I'm
nice
just
weather
listening.
today too.
Deep in thought.
To get out there,
I love
we did not win money in our DraftKings PGA thing with Mike from Hidden Hills.
You guys were up like $6. What happened?
Well, we're still, our count is still up.
Yeah.
But we didn't win any money this week.
What are you up now?
Not as much.
We're
70,
down 75 cents.
No, we just didn't do that well. So I just want to remind everyone though, if you're getting out there, go to Hidden Hills, just north of the TBK Plex. It's over there on Indiana Avenue.
Let me ask you a question real quick because I've had people inquire about the golf course. Do you have to make an appointment to do?
Call ahead, but not normally. Do you have to set a tee time?
Okay.
But I just call just to ask them if you want to, just for peace
you
of
don't
mind.
want to get out there and make sure they don't have a tournament going or something like that.
I know they have a golf tournament this Saturday.
Okay.
But as far as this, I mean, they have leagues going here and there, but just call ahead just for peace of mind to do that there. You can also go to Hidden Hills, their website, hiddenhills.golf.com.
Perfect.
And so, -golf.com. So
I might be golfing there this weekend, yo.
Oh.
It might happen. I'm going to hang out with Mike.
Before we make our picks today. Guys.
Yeah.
Guys.
Jay.
Guys.
Hey, guys.
Remember when you guys did not get involved in the challenge? You're like, and I'm like, it's the fifth major sport.
Yeah, I didn't watch
We got a
them go
party at our
over.
house. You guys are invited if you want to. We have a party on Wednesday night.
Oh, boy.
There's a party.
Challenge party?
No, it's not challenge. Challenge is over. There was a
Bachelor or
There was
something?
a 2-week reunion. It was Zoom. By the way, in case you guys didn't know, my guy Johnny Bananas won the challenge.
Yeah, we talked about
A tear in my eye.
He beat CT?
CT got eliminated ways back. Come on,
He's
just
so
watch
hot.
the show.
He's so hot, though.
All right, this Wednesday, guys.
Yes.
This Wednesday.
Come on.
Big Brother's back. It's All Stars. Get this. They haven't even announced who it is. That no one knows. This is going to be the first live move-in
It's the
ever.
big reveal.
2-hour show on Wednesday. Big Brother's back.
Do they got to wear masks?
You want to
I
see
don't
a
think
Giddy
so.
J? You got to be at his house Wednesday. Do you see
Oh.
that rhymed? That was perfect.
You got to be at his house. You got to see a Giddy J be at his house on Wednesday. Big Brother's back. I've sent my email.
Giddy enough right now.
I've sent my email to Living Local and said like, hey guys, you guys want to keep doing our segment?
You love doing Living Local.
Love doing Living Local. You guys want me to keep doing the segment? I haven't heard an email back yet, but that's okay.
Is that what's her name?
Brittany.
Brittany. She's still there?
Yeah.
Doing it?
I hope so.
All right.
She's not even replying to my emails, but
I wouldn't either.
Maybe they.
What do you mean?
Because you watch Big Brother.
Listen to me. It makes sense. It's WHBF. We're in a partnership with them here at Town Square Media. It's on 3 days a week, and there's nothing like premiering right now.
Big Brother. So basically, it's just a bunch of people, like D-list celebrities living.
They're not even celebrities. They're celebrities.
Oh, it's just
Listen to me.
normies? It's normies?
This makes me angry when you sit there and say that. It is a game. And by the way, I'm going to reach out to Derek, who won Big Brother 16. I'm going to talk to him later on this week. I'm going to have him on and guest. This makes me angry that you're just like, oh, it's just people. There is a game involved. There's a social
I
game.
understand. It's basically like if there was a zombie. It's like quarantine before quarantine was quarantine.
Absolutely. And they should have done this a long time ago. I guess it's producers and and people that are working on the staff. I get that.
I've watched it a couple times, and I'm like, why am I watching this? It feels like I'm just spying on people chilling in their houses that aren't allowed to leave.
But it's I
don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. And then you see things in the black light and the
Nah,
night
it doesn't
cams.
happen as much as you think.
Oh,
Not here.
really? Because
Yeah.
that's exactly what would happen. You can't.
Some
leave your
things do
house.
happen, but that's where I'll do my own research when I'm listening to podcasts about the dumb show. But enough about it, because everyone's probably like, "Oh, Jana's dumb show."
All right, so what do we have to bring? Do we bring a casserole on
3 days
Wednesday
a
or
week,
what?
man.
They are like that. Jay and
So
his dumb
3 days
show.
a week, it's
It is
great.
a dumb show.
You're gonna win this, but gosh, if I could just be quarantined in LA and win this show, that's all I got to do. That's all I want. But it's All Star, so these are gonna be people from past seasons, and no one knows who it is. So I know all these guys.
You're going to be so excited.
Oh yeah,
he already is.
And if we're there, we're going to be looking at each other like, this is.
No, I'm not really having. I'm having a party with my 2 kids. Like that. Like that's it.
Oh, thanks.
So it's
We
gonna-
just got disinvited
so
to
it's
this
gonna make
imaginary
something
party.
called Cloud
Well, you
Bread.
ruined it, Leah.
I did.
Yeah.
I ruined
I
it.
mean, you guys don't really care. I mean, we're gonna be like on pins and needles, be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe it's that person." And
I can't believe you brainwashed your poor children.
I know.
To like this. You really have.
What do you mean brainwashed them?
You have.
This is exciting. Do you watch Avengers with Hazel?
I don't make her watch it, no.
I don't make my kids. They get excited about
But
watching it.
Why do they get excited? Because you've put this air of excitement into this stupid
But you
show.
know what? To be fair, I make my kids watch documentaries and they don't like it. So there you go.
Your kids
I mean,
are
my
gonna
kids
hate
watch
you.
Hamilton. And everything went
My
fine.
kids love me. They absolutely love me.
Yeah, now.
Oh my
Man,
god!
I'm telling
Your
you.
mom used to watch all those
Listen,
quack things. Oh my
Challenge
God.
was interesting. I'm Big Brothers. Guys, they don't.
I
have,
tried to make Hazel watch a
No,
a
stop.
pool.
They don't have 22 seasons of this show or 21 without it being very popular. All right, so you guys are like, oh, what? What? They don't.
Just because it's popular doesn't mean it's good, Jay.
Well, I'm just saying, you guys
I'm
are like,
showing
oh,
up on Wednesday with a casserole. I don't know
I-
what you're
With a
doing.
I don't need tuna. I don't want tuna casserole.
Ooh, tuna casserole's good.
I don't
Jay.
even know how to make tuna casserole. What's wrong with
Oh
you?
man, you gotta use.
It's not
egg
my
noodles.
generation.
You start out with egg noodles first of all, and then you get green peas.
I make Mississippi mud casserole.
I don't know
It's
how you
delicious.
can even say it's bad. They do a good job making it entertaining. They bring in characters,
Characters, they're people.
personalities.
There you go. That's better.
Yeah.
That one you made me watch the last time had some personalities in it.
Yeah.
Give you that.
I think you saw the Tyler
I
KC
think we should do
season.
our own Big Brother episode where we're all stuck together for a week and see what happens. But we need Serge though. He'd be the first to go.
Well, the thing is, the difference is you win a competition, you get to put 2 people up for nomination to be evicted, and then they get to do the power of veto.
So
and
there
then you
needs
gotta
to
do
be more than the 3 of us because the first 2 I put up for eviction is going to be you 2.
Well, yeah, if you win, and then there's a power. Just watch the
Why
show.
don't we
like,
do? Wouldn't it be fun to do this? Like, wouldn't it be fun to actually like do a Big Brother in real life?
100%. That's why I tried out for it like 3 years ago.
I tried out for Real World.
I did too.
I did, and then I changed my phone number, so I don't even know if I got a call back. I got
Did
a
you do
first
yours
call
in
back-
Milwaukee?
Milwaukee, and then I got my first call back, and then I changed my phone number, trying to get rid of some dude I was talking to,
Mhm.
not thinking ahead, and then I was like, oh, I don't know if I got my second call back, so I could have totally.
Well,
been
I did
on-
not get a call back. I got a letter of no thank you.
I got
wish
one call back, but you have to go through
If
3.
there is a list of 15 things I regret in life, one is that I still don't have that former MTV letter say like, thank you for your VHS tape.
See, yours was back in VHS times.
Yeah. It
Mine was like a personal interview inside
this was like
of a
1998.
location. Mine was 2010.
I hung it on the refrigerator because
No,
that's
8,
what like
maybe 2008.
when you're getting like at the end of college, you start just denial letters, like you put it up there like photos, be like, ha ha ha, look at that, and like I put it on the fridge, and I wish I had that letter to this day. That would be great. Now, Big Brother, they just sent me out the door and they never called me back.
You're too agreeable. You're not.
No, I was good at my interview for Big Brother. I was good.
You are not. What's the word I'm looking for? You're not. I can't really fight with you. Like you're so easy to get along with.
That's my social game
You're
for Big
not-
Brother.
You're not controversial.
I have
enough.
to take, at being 44, I have to have a strong social game. I have to play the father figure. I have to just be like, yeah, whatever else. I'm not out there too
Or you
ruffling
could be like
feathers.
Puck and just be a playboy. and
That's
an idiot,
real
'cause he
world.
was
I'm
like,
talking about Big Brother. I've got my whole thing down. Anyway, Let's make our picks.
All right.
All right. Like he's just like, oh,
This
thank
game
goodness.
within the
Thank
game.
goodness. You said it finally. I've been hitting her all the time. Like, I'm so angry.
Well, starting off today's list of games and probable pitching matchups, Jay-Bird.
Yeah.
The Cleveland Indians are taking on the Cincinnati Reds this afternoon. You got Zach Plesac against Sonny Gray.
Yeah. Zach is a up-and-coming prospect for the Indians who's going to be pitching for them, making his debut. Cincinnati is favored at minus 140. The over-under is at 8. Sonny Gray is 2-0 on the year with a .71 ERA.
I'm going with the Indians.
Throwing it. Leah Bombs takes the Cleveland Indians.
And John's.
Good chance that this might not make it off. The weather's not looking the best. I'm going to take the Reds here. I'm hoping for the Reds because I want the Twins to do it on a runaway this year. So
Jay, you're a smart man. Sonny Gray.
Think
All right.
the clouds away. All right, move on.
All right, we're going to find our way to Sesame Street, but in between then, the Phillies are back.
They are back.
Playing some baseball. Jake Arrieta on the bump against Garrett Cole and the New York Yankees.
Arrieta.
Those Yankees are 7-1. Garrett Cole 2-0 with a 3.09 ERA. This is Arrieta's first start of the year.
This is a no-brainer.
Yankees.
This is a no-brainer. Leah's taking the Bronx Bombers. The Bomb is sticking with the Bombs.
Taking the Stanks.
Spankies.
Jay-Bird is taking...
Yes, I'm taking the Spankies.
The Spankies. And guess what? You guys are all smart. T-Roy's on board with that as well.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely just waste... This is Yankees minus 300 money line. Basically, you're putting up 300 to win 100. I'm going to figure out a way just to make a small amount of change. This is a no-brainer. It's 7-1 versus 1-2. The Phillies have been a little rusty. Yankees are just coming off a big. I know they just played last night on ESPN Sunday Night Game of the Week, but no way.
All over.
Even my boy Bryce Harper can't save them.
All right. Well, we're going to travel down the coastline.
I can't believe you said that.
The Mets are going to take on the Atlanta Braves. Jacob deGrom on the hill against Mike Soroka.
Yep.
Atlanta 7-3 on the year. The Mets 3-7. Both pitchers have a 0-0 record with decent ERAs. 1.64 for deGrom, 1.59 for Soroka. Leah Bombs, you said you're taking
my Braves.
The Atlanta Braves. Jay-Bird.
Weather's not looking too good here. Looking like thunderstorms. It's currently 74 right now in Atlanta or Cumberland, Georgia, where they play. The Mets are actually favored on the road with Jacob deGrom, but I don't like this at all. I'm taking the Braves, and I'm looking at this right now with taking the plus money line here. I like the Braves here in this situation.
I'm with you, fellers. I'll take.
I love that I'm a
Braves.
feller. Aww.
Sir Bomber.
That's a line. Yeah, hell yeah, you are Sir Bomber. The White Sox take on
the Brewers.
The Brewers. Thank you, Jay.
Oh, this is easy.
Is it?
Carlos Rodon against
Brett Anderson.
Jason Anderson.
Brett Anderson is making his 2020 debut. I don't know if this is a matter where Brett's coming off injury or a taxi squad or whatever else. Sox are swinging a hot bat. I'm actually taking the Sox on the road here, and this is an even line. They're both at, so either way it can go.
Bombs, you taking Milwaukee?
I'm taking the Sox.
Oh, you are?
Oh, yeah. I love it.
Yep.
All right. I'll take the Sox, too. Everybody in agreement. Can I get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah.
Let me get over here and start doing my job.
Give me a hell yeah.
All right.
I said give me a hell
I will tell you this. I like the 66 games and 60 games in 66 days because, I mean, there's not a lot of days off. I like this.
Can you imagine how tired they are?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm not. Do I sound?
Playing a game,
am I? Do I feel sorry for them? No.
Yeah.
Can you just imagine?
No.
When their
playing
head,
baseball every day.
when
It's not
their
that hard.
head hits the pillow, like
It's just playing in baseball.
Do you think their head hits the pillow, or do you think something else hits the pillow?
I don't know. Good Lord. All right. Moving on.
Kansas City Royals?
No.
Is that where we're at? No? Where are we at?
Pittsburgh Pirates take on the Minnesota Twinkies.
Uh-oh.
Derek Holland on the mound against Joe Thorpe.
Yeah. Lewis Thorpe.
Lewis Thorpe.
making his 2020 debut.
Yep.
Derek Holland,
Jay's taking the Twins.
003.18. Oh, I'm definitely taking the Twins here. Twins are actually minus 230 here to win this.
Okay.
I'm definitely taking the Twins.
Bomby?
Twins are playing
I'm taking the
great,
Twins.
great
Sir
ball.
Bombs a lot. Jay, can we get another hell yeah?
It's only logical.
I'll stick with the Twinkies too. 7-2.
Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
Hey, Jordan Reed is now a 49er.
Oh, interesting.
Who?
Really?
Jordan,
Now they have 2 tight ends?
Jordan Reed is now a 49er, 1 year deal.
Interesting.
Thank you, Kyle.
That's an interesting one. All right, so now where do we go to?
All right, now we're moving on.
Royals.
The Kansas City Royals against the Chicago Cubs.
Yeah.
Danny Duffy against Alec Mills.
Danny Duffin's 0-1 on the year with a 5.79 ERA. Alec Mills 1-0 on the year with a 3 ERA.
Even
71
3.
degrees at Wrigley Field. Let me ask you one more question. I like it when you can say like tickets as low as $367. Would you pay $367 for a rooftop right now?
No.
For one rooftop?
That's per ticket, yeah. To go watch the game at a rooftop. No, neither would I. I don't know
pay
if people are doing this.
$367 for a rooftop when they happen.
Well, it's completely different supply and demand. Now, whatever else. Is it really worth it? Like,
no.
I'll tell you what, I did one rooftop, and I couldn't even tell you how much I paid, but it's probably the most I ever ate in my life. Like, it's right up there with when we went to the... And we didn't have to pay for the Quad City Golf Classic, John Deere Classic. We had to pay, but I just felt like the brisket was so good and free. I need to eat more.
Yeah.
You know, I don't
Brisket
overdo it.
is delicious.
I don't overdo it, but I did at my rooftop. Like, I ate like 4 times. I was like, I paid for this.
Oh, yeah.
Usually now when you're in Mexico, I'm like, I paid for this. I'm going to drink all the liquor they have. At that spot, I was like, I'm going to get all the food. Anyway, Cubs are favored at minus 145 here. The over-under set at 8. Royals are 3-7 on the year. Cubs at 7-2. You wouldn't believe it because how many people write on social media about how bad their bullpen is. You would think they're the worst team ever. But I guess I'll take the Cubs at home favorite.
You guess?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Cubs.
I'm 100% taking the Cubs.
Jay, you better 100% give me a hell yeah.
All right.
Look at that. Everybody in agreement.
We're all agreeing. It's so beautiful.
Oh, this next one is a heck of a matchup.
Oh, yeah.
The San Francisco Giants are throwing out a guy named TBD, and he's going to face off against the Colorado Rockies led by Chai Gonzalez.
Or Chi-Chi.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like
I thought it was
better.
Chai-Chai.
Yeah, it's Chi-Chi. Or,
Because Chi-Chi is a
you
double
sure? Oh, so
entendre.
I think the Giants have come out and said it's going to be Johnny Cueto at 0-0, 5.87 ERA on the year. Colorado's actually favored at
Cueto,
home.
the dude from the center of the chest in the movie Total Recall?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
Cueto versus Chai.
Sure. Colorado is favored here at minus 130 even with Chi Gonzalez. He's got no record for the year. And the over-under is 13.5. It's supposed to be 81 degrees out there in Denver.
Beautiful
This is
day
a tough
in Denver.
one.
Can't beat Denver. Nice
I
city
love
to
Denver.
live in.
Colorado Rockies 6-2, San Francisco 5-5. I'm taking the Colorado Rockies at home.
I am taking Colorado as well.
Man, we are just all on the board. Give me another hell yeah, bird.
Give me a hell yeah.
All right. The Dodgers are traveling down to San Diego to take on the Padres. Ferris Bueller on the mound against Chris Paddock.
Mm-hmm. Or Walker. But yeah.
Walker Bueller, my bad.
Bueller.
Anyone?
Bueller.
Anyone?
Dodgers 7-3 on the year. Padres 6-4 on the year. The Padres are hot. They got beat up yesterday, I think, by Colorado was on the road. I think they were down at 9-1. They ended up losing like 9-6.
Yeah, they lost. I read the scores earlier if you were listening.
I just know it off the top of my head.
They lost 96 to the Rockies.
Thank you. Yeah, I just
kind of look at you.
I don't need to. Yeah,
you're so good at everything.
So Walker Bueller 0-0 on the year, 4.91. Chris Paddock's 1-0 with a 1.64.
There were some scores.
Dodgers are favored on the road. I actually like the Padres though. I don't like the road favorite here. I'm going to take the Padres in this game to win.
I'm also taking the Padres.
Okay, Jay and Bombs take the Padres. I don't know. I like Ferris Bueller on this one. I'm going to take the Dodgers.
Right.
The Dodgers. All
and
right.
Then finally,
the final game of the night. My Oakland A's taking on the Seattle Mariners. Frankie Montas against Justice Sheffield.
Frankie
Justice
goes to
Buford
Seattle.
T. Justice.
You guys know I got family involved in this, so I got to go with my A's.
All right. Jaybird.
I would be
Oakland
disowned
is
if I didn't.
favored at minus 180 money line. The over-under set at 9. Frankie Montas is 0-1 on the year with 3 ERA. Justice Sheffield is 0-1 with a 12. I'm taking the A's on the road.
Well, Jaybird, give us another hell yeah.
Love it.
Give me a hell
Love
yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
Some matchups tonight to watch, though, everybody.
Oh, I love this. This is for your DFS.
Yeah, be careful when you see JT Realmuto.
All right.
Against Garrett Cole in his last 14 plate appearances against Garrett. Batting .714 with a .929 slugging percentage and a home run.
I'll keep my eye on that, but he hasn't played.
Another guy having some success against Garrett Cole, Neil Walker. Last 12 plate appearances, .364 with a dong.
Yeah.
And then be careful, Mike Soroka, Jay.
Yeah.
Were you on the Mike Soroka train?
I am, yeah.
Pete Alonso's been tapping you up last 12 plate appearances. .333,
tap,
.583 slugging with a dong. So be careful,
Not worried
kids.
about that at all.
Tap,
I'm
tap,
not worried
tap.
about that at all.
Taparoo.
Yeah. No, the Pete Alonso thing, we were talking about him yesterday. I love that he won Rookie of the Year, but he looks 2 years older than me. In the home run that he took, they ripped his shirt off like a game-winning home run, and he's got more like chest hair than I have hair all over my body.
Really? Can
Yeah.
you see behind you?
What do you mean?
Every guy thinks that they're hairless until they actually take a mirror and.
I didn't say I was hairless. I'm saying he's basically they ripped his shirt off
Weren't
after
you the
hitting a
one
walk-off
talking
home
about
run.
mowing your lawn today?
And he's got he's got a
yesterday.
sweater vest like on still. I'm like, hey, take off your sweater vest while you're
Yeah,
on the interview.
there's things for that can take care of that. It's silly.
Pete Alonso doesn't care. He just hits home runs. He doesn't care about
Yeah,
his
he's
body
like,
hair.
like Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
Some women find that attractive. Some women not so much. Not that
I
it
guess they
matters.
do, yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, it's a new month.
It is, Jay.
We've
Does
actually
it
How
feel
astute
like it?
of you.
But usually during this time, it's not that much going on. This
It's
is
still-
the time. This
it's
is the time.
still-
It's just
Is
baseball.
the show almost over?
Yeah.
It still feels
Holy
like
crap.
It still feels
what
like
happened to the day? We did a
Baseball-
2-hour show that fast?
Yes.
unprecedented times.
It's so weird.
But it's usually just baseball right now. We're waiting for football or whatever else. But 21 games today. We've got the NBA.
we actually had
get
crap to
Super
talk about. It went fast.
Yeah. Or we make up crap to talk about it. But
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
We didn't have to make up that much crap.
ah.
When you got these people on Facebook giving us information like that, I mean, that's gold, Jerry.
Oh yeah.
When you got Ann Berger, way to go, Ann.
Thanks, Ann.
Keep tweeting or whatever
Keep
you're
on,
doing.
keep
I
it
hope-
on, sister.
I hope she. You never
I
want.
love
You
it.
never
I
want to
love
see
when
anyone
people
lose
talk.
their job.
And by the way, Ann, the world needs ditch diggers too.
Ooh.
No, it's again, it's.
We're in unprecedented times, Jay. We can make fun of whatever we
On
want.
Friday, I talked to Ryan, who was from the Cubs. He messaged me, the Cubs podcast, Friendly Confines.
Yeah.
He messaged me. I sent him a link of our thing. He said he was very happy. His partner wants to come on the show, so we'll have him later on the week. He
sweet.
was a lot of fun to have on.
What if we get Stephen Piercy from Rat?
Hey, we're always looking to.
I am
expand
so
it.
excited about what to ask Stephen.
We really. Here's the other thing.
Troy,
we
just give
only have
him my number, like you give everybody else my number.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll just see
No,
what I can
I'm
do.
not gonna give to
I'll
Stephen
see what I can
Piercy.
do.
No.
So we're going
No?
into 21 games today, a big month of things, but we have 3 weeks until high schools go back. We need to reach out. So anyone out there, we need to have some high school athletes come in.
Okay.
Those that are doing things that are going to. We want to talk about what they're going through or whatever else. So you guys can always reach out to us at qchassel at gmail.com or our Facebook page. You guys can send us messengers. We need high school athletes. We need them to come in. We need them to talk about what they're up to, what their future. I don't care if you're coming in there as a guardian or a parent and they're 15 and what they think is going to happen in 3 or 4 years. They're a senior now or a junior now or whatnot. But there's plenty out there, that are looking at a different type of thing that we aren't, used to. So
No.
we got, with 3 weeks left, we got to do the best we can to bring local high school athletics and athletes in and everything else. And you know what? Some coaches too.
All right.
We'd like to talk to them and just.
I like being a part of the show.
Yeah. What?
I want to do it.
Yeah, you're always invited.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just
okay. You don't need to.
Don't give me dirty looks.
You don't need to reach
show
out
their
to us.
stink eye in me.
I'm giving the has like this sultry eye, and he thinks it's a stink eye.
No, I wouldn't know.
No, you wouldn't. I'm not good at flirting.
All right. It's a beautiful day here. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy. Let's see how
You
we do
stay
with our...
you, Quad Cities. We'll stay us.
Love you
Love,
so
peace, and
much.
chicken grease.
Be nice on social media. We'll see how we do on our picks.
Or don't,
We'll
so we
see you
have stuff to
tomorrow.
talk
Enjoy
about.
yourselves, Quad Cities. Stay safe and sanitize.